everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, mix them together, and magic happens.
Oh, I'm gonna roll so many dice.
Sorry, George just had a hernia.
Sorry, everybody. I'll be a minute.
Cool. Well, we're back. Might sound a little bit different, possibly. Yeah, just because we're a lot closer than what we normally are. And
Emotionally.
I'd say the room is maybe smaller.
Yeah.
It's a bit tighter.
Yeah, but we've got soundproofing balloons above us, so
If they pop during the...
And an open
I'm
window.
going to leave it in. Eardrums getting blasted.
I can never remember what order I normally do this in. So there is no sigh, unfortunately, in this session. So George, where can people listen to this if they're not already listening to this in the place that they want to listen to this?
Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening once again. George here, standing in for Sai. Let me tell you where you can listen to our fantastic podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, I misspelled this one. Spreader, Breaker, Anchor, RSS feed, Shoutbox, Acast, Tinycast, Dad's Pod, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Wobblecast, Soundblast, Fig Sound, Thick Sound, and of course, don't forget to watch us on YouTube. That's my bit. I laugh too much. Sorry, everyone.
There's just a lot of...
They're all real platforms.
It's true, all of it.
Yeah. Especially Wobblecast.
We can't be held liable if you look up all of those, and some of them take you to bad places on the internet.
That's
not
right,
us.
yeah.
For the sake of transparency, we don't know what's real.
I think someone was just shot.
There's been people driving around in their nice souped up cars, backfiring.
Let's see.
There's one.
Roll death saves.
Polynesians.
Oh shit, it's a one.
I really want Sai to do it, but in a bath.
That's the next logical step. It's got
For the
evolution.
listeners, I should probably explain that. I want Sai to do it in a bath.
No,
There's no context
No.
required.
that's it. That's just
Oh,
it.
come on, if they've listened to like any other episode, they probably already know about the
Actually,
Polynesian
yeah.
spa.
Yeah, they know.
Unless we cut it out.
No, that's in
Come
there.
on, New Zealand.
Try something new.
Anyway, you might want to check out pictures of us playing. Tim?
Nice, thanks.
Please.
So if you are like the Twitter and do your socialising on the Twitters, you can look up our account Dungeons_Dudes for all your backstage information, trailers, other bits and bobs that we post on there occasionally, and DM us if you got some ideas for stuff. If Twitter ain't your thing and you're more of a
Visual learner.
cool person who likes influencers and models, then
As in miniature models,
Miniature
right?
models.
Yes,
Minis.
yeah,
Yeah,
minis.
minis.
Yes.
you can look over Instagram, which is Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, for all loads of good content on there as well. Peace and love.
Thank you. And finally, if you want to listen to a podcast be done right, where can they head to, Danilo?
They can head to thinkingcritically.co.uk or Thinking Critically, a D&D discussion on any of your podcast platform of choice, including all the ones from earlier on.
Especially Wobblecast.
doubly so. To listen to a D&D discussion show where we take a single word or topic and discuss what it means in the D&D and wider TTRPG framework with a different guest each week from all over the world. In fact, I recorded with somebody from Singapore yesterday, so check that one out in 3 weeks.
When it goes live.
Taking a guess at how this is calendar
In
schedule.
a week's time now, I guess.
Well, I've got to do my episode.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna start
just
this
the tip
session
He's done
the
it.
way that we start every session with a quick recap of the previous one. This one's a
Thank
little bit.
goodness.
I always get paranoid when I write the recap because I'm like, how much is too much? But then it's you lot, and I'm like, no, I should probably write the whole session though.
This
In the
time.
words of what's his face, Lawrence. Never too much. Never too much.
Never too much, never too much.
In the last session, the Deaf Hums had been. Hang on a second, there's music not playing.
Listen to this.
There you go.
Pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention for the people that were drunk. In the last session, the Deaf Hums had been making their way through the Torden Woods before being flagged down by an injured man outside a ruined building. Claiming that his family had headed deeper underneath the ruin after being set upon by creatures, the group pursued, encountering various undead ghouls. Pushing through and encountering what seemed to be an old workroom of sorts and a chamber that contained a doorway. Spotting the child of the man, the group entered and was set upon, I say that a lot, by terrible creatures with multiple appendages. Eventually, after a hard-fought battle, the group cut down the creatures and turned their attention to the child, who began to act strangely.
He was hiding at the... Yeah, I remember now.
A
Oh,
drunk
was he
man's
my boy?
realisation.
Or did he turn out to be my boy, didn't he? Yeah, he's sound.
My boy.
There you go.
Please continue.
The child, who was a sound boy, turned into a tall humanoid figure covered in a green cloak who identified himself as the Traveller. Wishing to thank the group for helping him not get his hands dirty, and being somewhat aware of Ulrich's plight, he gave him a choice. Presenting him with a deck of cards, the Traveller stated that it had the potential, in a 1 in 13 way, of undoing what was done to him before he releases them into the world. Pulling a card, it materialised into a rather extravagant looking weapon, and the Traveller dismissed them, claiming that he had a doorway to fix. The group then left after a pseudo bargain deal conversation happened between Ulrich and the Traveller, and the group progressed up to the surface again and headed back to their wagon. There you go. That's roughly where we left off. You were making your way back. Quinn had stormed off ahead after his quick little chit chat with Silas, basically telling him to agree with whatever Quinn said.
Making friends all over the world.
Apparently so.
And the dad was like a trick as well, right? If I
Yeah.
recall, yes, he's disappeared.
Yeah, as you had come up to the top because you were like, "Fuck you! You can do whatever you want."
Yeah, I want no part of this nonsense.
As you got there, Silas was like, "Oh, where did he go?"
Cool. Is that a prompt for me?
That's a prompt for anybody.
I think
okay.
you called the meeting with all of us, so there we.
Together.
Yeah.
So
You Quinn ran off in a strop. Was like, right,
yeah.
Define
we're all meeting.
meeting.
We're all chatting. We're all talking.
Basically, because I think the
Oh,
last
yeah,
thing
'cause
you
we
heard
had
was
that-
him being like, "Oh yeah, let's make a deal," and you were like,
Yes.
"Fuck you, lot, making deals and
I'm
shit
out.
with every Tom, Dick, and Harry."
In my infinite wisdom,
Mm.
I had set that up as a means to help future download, which is now current download, pull all the strings together.
There it is. Okay.
Always thinking.
I'm a professional drunk.
I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Water only tonight, Mum.
So, what do you want to talk about, Quinn? Why are you being?
Yeah, what's the problem?
I just find it's just we're all a bit too keen on making arrangements and agreements with things we do not understand in very quick conversations without any forethought of ramifications, and we have hopefully would have thought we would have learned from our mistakes. And I gesture to like an empty space where
Oh no.
Someone gets shot.
One of
where
us
a
just got
gun
shot.
is. Where our erstwhile companion Simon's previous character Frederick, who pondered the orb a little bit too much, would be standing as if to say, like, we're already, like, this is, those roads lead one way.
Well, to put my 2 cents in the matter, as it were, I don't think I could get any worse of a deal from someone else than what I currently have. So my very possibly naive thinking was, what's the worst that could happen? He seemed like more of a jovial, kind of like relaxed entity.
The trouble with fake creatures is they often are, until they're not.
Well, you know, I feel like I can read people pretty well, and he seemed like, if anything, it would be slightly better to make a deal with him and try and find some kind of arrangement to release my mortal soul from the clutches of some evildoer.
Yeah, I don't think you fucked up really. I mean, how worse can it get for you, right?
Exactly right. I'm already
I'm also not,
not
sure
alive.
I'm not sure that's how it works. If
Doesn't
you have
it?
a deal, making another deal doesn't override that first deal.
No,
That's still...
I'm pretty good at legal stuff, and that sounds right to me.
Okay.
Sounds watertight, I'm sure.
I've gotten myself out of a few fair scrapes, and that sounds like it will
About
work.
about the right to it. Okay.
And look, he got an axe and shit. Oh, by the way, we've got some shit we need you to figure out.
Oh yeah, this materialised.
Like 6 potions, this axe.
Oh, it's a hammer.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
big old hammer.
it's a bit big for me.
I don't suppose you found a bed or anything.
Oh, you sleepy?
I'm very tired.
Oh, jump in the wagon.
What's the time? I can't. My watch isn't working.
It's probably about,
Rest someday.
as you're, I'm assuming, walking and talking back to your car, it's probably about midday, though it's a bit overcast. There's still a little bit of drizzle, though not anywhere near as hard as it was the previous night.
Bit drizzly.
Do we know how far away Merchant's Hollow is from where we currently are?
Excuse me.
I think based on probably what Durgob has said to you at some point in the past, probably only like another day.
Oh, okay.
He's in the wagons, right?
Is he in the wagon?
Now, how's he holding it?
This is chilling.
Knock knock.
He stood next to the wagon and said, "Yeah, right.
Everything good?
Yeah, just this fucking one, he just kind of got up and was like, where are they? I need to go see them." And I was like, oh, they
Yes,
went
sir.
that way, and then he just ran.
Has a habit of doing that.
Well, he didn't try to kill me, so I thought it was all good.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
Well done.
I feel like we should probably have a chat.
Yeah, probably. You're just always dead at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to happen a lot more frequently since, you know, coming away from where we used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you been?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Slept kind of rough last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crick in your neck, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's because I slept on a stone.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Getcha.
I was finding gravel does me in more than actual physical stuff, because all the little bumps, you know.
I just picture Sabine and Quinn just looking at you like, fuck are these things?
Animals.
What the fuck?
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. What the fuck happened? What was all that? What, you know, I need some answers. And then I'll give you answers as well.
Right, I was going to say, because you tried to kill me. And
Yeah, but you know, that's not the first time, is it? You know?
It's true.
Eye rolls from us at one point.
Well, I mean, you lot look a bit rough, so why don't we just, maybe set up camp for a second, and
That sounds great.
then we'll have a catch up, and they can, don't know, do whatever soft people need to do.
Wayne, can you fix some food, please?
Owain fixes food. Questions. Was there like a schedule that Silas was on getting to Merchant's Hollow? Because if we got time, we could just camp here and use the inside of... Well, I mean, I don't actually want to use the inside of that place again, but we could stay here for the night and then...
No, not particularly. It was, it's one of these kind of festivals where people can get a little bit too hard at times, so they were a bit more flexible with the expedition, as it were.
Okay. Well, we could short rest here and then move on and then just maybe not go all the way to Merchant's Hollow.
I think some of us might need a little longer than that.
Yeah.
Not me.
No, me. I mean, I am, for lack of a better term, fucked.
Yeah, you almost got eaten.
Yeah, again.
It keeps happening to you.
I'm not going near anything's mouth ever again. That's as simple as it.
Never say never.
Close your mouth.
Oh, sure. Just a little joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Any other
I've got a
time.
mouth. He's got a mouth.
Any other time, I'd be more than happy to match wits with such a sharp tool as yourself.
Don't forget his legal counsel as well over there.
I've got degrees.
Degrees of something. But
We'll have a little break here, then we'll get on the road,
Sure.
and then we'll probably sleep before we go to Merchant's Hollow.
yeah,
And let these two fuck or whatever you're gonna do.
That's a bit weird.
I don't know, you might.
He's like my brother. It's kind of strange.
depends where you come from.
Is that a tiefling thing? You like fuck
Sure.
your family?
Different
Sure.
cultures have different.
Just asking.
It's a different heritage thing, I think. I
curious.
guess.
Legacy of fucking. Yeah, that's it. It's in there, yeah.
Because you're both tieflings, so
Oh yeah, but
you
not
just
like
gotta fuck.
no,
hasn't
not like that. No,
happened. No, I don't. It's not a
It's
thing.
like a royal family kind of thing, you know.
This
Like,
really
gotta keep
backfired.
it alive.
I was trying to make
Yeah.
fun of them, and now fuck.
Oh,
I'm gonna help.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna help Owen with the food or something.
I'll go check up on Silas.
Right, so short rest. You two can do.
Oh, actually, I'd also like to check on Silas.
Sure. We'll do the Silas thing first because that's probably going to be quicker.
So, does he have he has a pack on him, right? Like his belongings. No.
You didn't.
I think yeah,
Yeah, you just kind of.
stripped him anyway. I think.
Okay. In that case, I'm just very brazenly going to approach him with Owain's book.
Oh, hello.
Hey, I need you to do me a favour. Hold on to this.
Oh, a book. Okay. A book.
Keep it safe.
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 Oh, is it what kind of book?
It's very dear to.
Taxes.
Mm,
Oh, I have to keep track of mine.
no, it's not really an issue in the adventuring trade, thankfully. Lots of cash in hand jobs. But it's quite dear to me, and I'm quite worried that I keep nearly dying. So I'd like you to hold on to it.
Oh, okay.
I know that Owain has been quite tricksy around it. Not like him, God-fearing fellow. But yeah, I need you to do me a small favour and hold on to it.
I mean, technically you're captive, so sure, why not?
Yes, absolutely. You have no say in this.
Okay. I mean, is it a good read?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I really wouldn't.
I'll just keep it bound. I'll just keep it in my breast pocket.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Good. Tap him on the chest and leave.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Could we get you to do the identify and everything whilst these two have their catch up? Come on. You know it's your thing, baby.
I really wish Identify cost money. Because the amount that everybody just abuses the wizard for it is just great.
Yeah.
Might as well just walk over. Woof!
I mean,
Just
you
all this
could-
stuff.
Just
Could
turn
apply
out
a
the
tax.
bang
10% of any sale value.
With some of these, Jesus.
50% of any sale value.
What have I done?
What have I done?
Send me everything. I guess I'll just ritually cast it for the next 10 minutes a pop. So
There you go. I just lob it at you.
is it in a bag, right?
No.
Then I step out of the way and let it slam into the ground because I'm not touching.
What the hell? You're not catching it?
No, I'm gonna remain as far as.
You threw it at spaghetti
Possible,
arms? Why would you do that?
Oh, that's a fair point. I didn't think about that. I thought you'd be strong enough to just catch it. Apologies.
I might well have been, but it's not the catching that's bothering me. It's the touching of magical items that are from unknown locations that is more of concern.
Clink, clink, clink. All these bottles in
Oh
front
joy!
of you.
Here comes many more.
I think it was
Just to put
6
your
potions.
Just to put your mind at ease, this thing has said nothing to me.
Well, you haven't attuned to it, so.
Oh.
I don't know what that
Still,
means.
still correct, man.
Hasn't said a word, so I'm assuming it's not evil.
And what could a bit of liquid do wrong for you? Here you go. It's 6 bottles.
Have I still got the bag folding?
I've got one.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Can I borrow it?
Sure.
Just to scoop all the stuff into it
Yeah.
with gloves. My identify gloves.
Lots of identity.
Start handling the shaft.
Ooh, polish it off.
And I'll go and. Do you know what? I'll get in the back with Silas and he can be my assistant. He knows we've got loads of magic stuff. I don't really care what he thinks anymore.
So, alright, well,
I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, hold this, hold that there.
you
Like, I'm under the bonnet and he's holding the flashlight for me.
Philip's head.
Oh, Silas, you idiot!
So he does that with you. I've sent you over the 2 items, and then the other,
Oh, thanks.
the potions.
I think it was 6 in total. Yeah, I take 5 more. So
Yeah, because you've got 6, and then Owain had 1.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
So those we'll come to in a minute, just
Alright.
because they're not necessarily. We'll have to roll an Arcana check to see if you even know Hemocraft.
okay, cool.
Oh, and
but
the
yeah,
shield.
you've got
The
those
shield.
two.
I
I assumed that you.
And the shield, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
hold it now.
Is it a
Cool.
shield of shield?
So whilst you're doing that,
Yeah.
So you're dead then. So that's the gist of it.
I mean,
I kind of thought you were already dead, but you know,
yeah.
deader than dead.
So
Dead as a dodo.
I died, and then our previous companion, Frederick, kind of made a deal with this entity called Faye Lannis, I think, who basically beholden my soul to him in return for me coming back. And it didn't really...
Sounds like a bit of a bad deal.
Yeah. He didn't really bring me back to life, as it were.
Just brought you back to reality.
Yeah. I mean, I never really had a good grasp on it anyway, you know. But, but like, I think I'm like undead, you know, like quotation marks, undead. You know, like a zombie.
Okay,
Yeah. That's like what I've figured out over a little bit of time. Because like, I'm still me, still got my emotions, and well, I'm still me. I've got my memories and shit like that. But like, I feel a bit weird.
I mean, you do look dead. You look like a corpse.
Yeah.
I can see bones, I can see
Yeah.
tissue. Normally you got to shave a layer of skin off of someone to see that shit.
Yeah, I mean, there was a fight recently. You remember I got my face ripped off? It was in the arena thing, wasn't it? That's what that time I died then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did briefly see your body after that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of disfigurement from that, you know. Wait. Disfigurement. You know, something wrong with my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ever since I came back, I've had like a pull towards you. It turned out to be. I guess I have some unresolved shit that we need to sort out. And I don't know. I feel like I need to complete it. as it were, to become whole again. Does that make sense?
Look, I know that we were close and we haven't seen each other for a really long time, but I just don't look at you that way.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It just sounds like you want me to plug your hole, and I'm just not about that.
You're wrong in the head. I ain't talking about that at all, mate.
I'm just extrapolating what you're
Well, you're
saying.
extrapolating some bullshit. What I mean is, you know, I have no idea what happened after that night where they attacked the village. Not a clue. I
Yeah.
went off and I got picked up by some dwarves and I grew up with them. I don't remember anything. Oh, sorry, I don't know whatever happened, and I don't know how you got to be here and how you were with that group of people that stormed our village. Like, you know, obviously there's something there. Something needs to be. You know, I'm thick, but I'm not that thick.
Unlike you, got to be raised by dwarves because that sounds like a lot of fun. I know they like to drink.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Although,
The rest of us, or whoever survived, we kind of had to stay there, and you know, they kind of took over, put us into slavery, you know, classic, real dickhead stuff, really. But as time went by, I could see that, you know, some of us were pretty skilled at fighting, some of us were good at tracking and all this shit. So what they would do is they would, you know, give preferential treatment to certain families if people helped them. And that then led to us helping out folks like Silas because we were just part of the Crimson Legion. And yeah, you know, we tried a couple of times of being like, fuck you, and they'd put down families, and so I didn't want anything to happen to your family, and so I...
wait, my family?
Yeah, your
this-
mum, your
this-
dad.
They're still alive.
Yeah, they were kind of a bit beaten up, but made of tough stuff they are.
Oh yeah.
But, so yeah, I kind of became one of their top men. Not really one of them, but yeah, and you know, they looked after all right, they got a roof over their heads, don't have to put up with too much shit. But, yeah, that's kind of all we've really been doing, is just working for the Crimson Legion and making sure that, you know, things don't get too bad. But
So, Gnuct and Shell, they're with the Crimson Legion.
well, I mean, they're a little bit old to like do anything with them. That's why I do most of the work. But yeah,
Well, shit. That's pretty mad.
yeah. I mean, like I said, we tried a couple of times to fight them, but kind of lost some good people, some innocent people, and it just seemed like, well, if we can't beat them, then we might as well try and make things as good as possible.
I mean, yeah,
So-
I guess if they're killing all of you when you're trying to resist, it gets a bit taxing after a while. You just want to survive, right?
Yeah, and you know, it's not the worst, you know. You get spat on every now and again, they don't really like you, they don't really trust you, but,
Well, it's no different anywhere else, really.
I don't know. There's some places where I've been where it's alright.
Oh, yeah. Luxem's not great. They hate me there. Jesus Christ. I got stories. Oh, dear.
Was that because you were dead, or was that because you're you?
A little bit of column A. A little bit of column B.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I did learn after a little bit not to be as much because people get annoyed and start trying to stab you in the face.
That will happen.
Yeah. But you know, it's hard to not be yourself. But Jesus, yeah, all right then. Well, I guess I should go and see Mum and Pa then and figure that out. I've been thinking they've been dead for ages.
Yeah. I mean, seeing them is going to be a little bit hard. I mean, think of it as like we've got a few little living areas, and then around us is the constant oppressive force of the Crimson Legion.
Wait, so I can't just go and see them?
I mean, you probably couldn't just walk in. But, you know,
Go run in.
I mean, if you want to fight every member of the Crimson Legion there, then yeah, you could probably run in.
I mean, wouldn't put it past me. I mean, how many are we talking? Like 40, 50, 60 guys? I could probably take that many guys.
No.
Not like that. Not like that. You sick fuck.
She heard it.
He really can.
No, I mean, the Crimson Legion now is probably somewhere in the region of about north of 1,000 men.
Oh, well.
I mean, you forget that we're like the primary military force for Stonehaven now.
Right.
And like, you know, to be fair, Silas, he just thinks I work for him. He doesn't really know anything. He's a nice enough guy. He's a bit dense, but he's nice enough. And it's the same with most people in Stonehaven. Crimson Legion kind of keeps us away from them, and they don't question it because it keeps them safe. So why would they?
Well, I guess I have to think of that a bit more of a stealthy exercise to try and get in there, I guess. But I do need to, because, like, fuck, you know.
Well, if you want to see them, that we should be able to manage to find a way to do that. But if you want to like free them or something like that, that takes some planning.
Free me.
And I mean, it also depends on what your tug is telling you.
I don't know what is my tug telling me right now.
It's still faintly in the direction of the other continent.
Well, what direction are they?
North east-ish. We're actually not too far from where our original kind of village was, actually. They've only kind of built it a little bit further north up in the mountains a bit more.
Shit.
A little bit more secluded, you know, not too many prying eyes from Stonehaven.
Would be good to go and visit the old homestead, I guess. Let me just check with my gut. Is that roughly where I'm thinking, gut? Is that roughly where you want me to go? Huh?
It's just it's just that way.
But it's that way.
Yeah, but in the sense of direction is just towards that continent. It's not super specific. It's not like
Whereas you're talking about somewhere specific on that continent, right?
So in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't really know for certain, but it's definitely that way.
So you just came back,
Uh-huh.
and you didn't say anything about doing anything. He was just like, "Cool, you get to come back, and then I'll get you sold."
Well, he said like stuff about, I don't know, what was it exactly? Like, until you finish what you need to finish, and then your soul is mine. Or I can't remember the specific words. Like, I had unfinished business.
Okay, and what would that be?
Well, I don't really know. Like, originally I thought it was, you know, to go to Monilum and go and like finish off my blacksmith training that I've been doing for years and years.
But then it turned out to be me.
Well, yeah, when you were there, and you know all that shit happened, and I helped you with this, and we're going to do whatever we're going to do now, and
So your first tug
Everyone remembers the first tug.
tugged you towards me.
Oh, yeah.
And now your second tug is pulling you towards Stonehaven,
Yeah.
which is where your family is.
It would seem that way.
Have you considered for a minute that this tug may be from this malevolent entity that has ownership of your immortal soul, and perhaps following it will ultimately lead to it getting what it wants?
I mean,
Well, there's only one way to find out, but
I've always said if someone sets a trap for you, you've got to spring the trap.
No, no, that's not.
you can avoid the trap.
Basic hunting knowledge
Yeah.
is that you perceive the trap and then you find a way to disarm the trap.
Yeah.
Well, nah. See, I'm not a hunter. I'm more of a slapdash, motherfucker kind of guy.
If I could weigh in, if I could have had the chance to save my people and my family and stuff before they all got slaughtered, I'm dealing with it. It's fine. Don't ask me about it. But if I had the chance to before that happened, I would have taken it. And it sounds like you might have a chance to maybe save some of your family or something. And you know what? If it goes wrong, we just let you die, and then you can fuck up all the shit in Stonehaven in your weird, fucked up sense. I mean, yeah, it's like that.
You
I
know,
suppose in the worst case, if you succumb to the urges,
oh my urges.
That's Stonehaven's problem, right?
yeah, it's far from home.
And we get your family up.
I mean, you know, at the least it would be nice to say, hi, I'm alive and probably going to die soon.
Yeah,
Nice to see you all.
it may be
Goodbye.
worth freshening up a bit before you do. I can't help but imagine.
Put some flesh on my
Did you
face.
see the makeup I did for Owain once? It's great. Same thing.
Just
Not to have a blush. I don't think it would look good.
No, it wouldn't suit
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
tone.
I just think if you're potentially your mum and dad seeing you in this,
They've seen me in worse states.
I don't believe you.
I don't think anyone's seen you this bad.
I've got a question for you. And this is just me spitballing, impartial third party. But have you ever tried to talk to this bloke?
Yeah, kinda. Sometimes he appears in my dreams,
Oh.
or
All like that.
Oh.
or when I've died and I'm coming back. There's a brief period where I'm with him, and he's saying,
Again, not like that.
saying
I'm getting real mixed messages here.
he one time he had me tied down on a table.
Okay.
Perhaps like that.
And he was the end is near and shit like that. But he doesn't really converse, as it were. And the only object I remember that could do that was that orb that Frederick had. But I don't know what happened to that orb.
Oh, when we got arrested, everything got.
Thank goodness.
Well, you could maybe find something else to talk to him with.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's made a deal with you, he's got a vested interest in you.
I like where your head's at. See,
Okay.
you always were the smart one.
I'll make a lot of deals. It's normally deals to not kill someone and then I'll cut him anyway, but...
On that note,
Classic.
Dargog. Now that we've
Durgog.
what is it?
No, he's right. No, he's right.
Sorry.
Dare you.
Seeing as we've cut down a whole load of Crimson Legion, and we've still got, was Silas their guy with money or something? How do we get back to there without getting, destroyed?
Well,
I'd like to think you had a plan after that.
what I was thinking actually,
Okay.
because I didn't have anything to do whilst you were all off doing whatever, was, if you wanted to, I fully understand that fucking the streak of piss, the bookish one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know he doesn't want to like fight anybody, but if we wanted to use their ship, like me and Silas could go on. We could just say, "Oh, you know, fucking shit went sideways. We managed to make it back," and then you could sneak on the boat, or we can use another boat. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. But when we get to Merchant's Hollow, you know, there's a lot of us about, so you know, we just have to keep our heads down and avoid them.
It makes sense for us to not travel with you, in that case, to get into Merchant's Hollow. And you reckon you can tell them to leave the ship to you and Silas, which would make no sense, because how can two people do a ship? But
Yeah, no, it's the ship itself is a brigantine, so that's run by about close to a good 100 or so men, typically.
If you were to tell them that after the ambush by the fearsome beast that lost you most of your party, you happened upon some sellswords that may be of use to you in the short term.
I mean, yeah, you could try and do that. You'd have to leave it up to good old Silas. They won't really listen to me.
Yeah,
I'm more of the muscle.
Not the most sneaky. Good at punching and slashing at things. Not good at sneaking around.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Good work. Knows good work. Keen eye.
I feel like
Big nose big.
Yes, absolutely. And I've seen big.
not like that.
Jesus
Not like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, I just want to say,
Dark.
I don't have a problem with anybody doing anything
Well,
or
free of
anyone, even if it's their family.
That's
I
not.
personally draw the line there.
Same.
Yeah.
Maybe
Not
twice
impossible, 'cause
removed.
mine are all
cousin.
dead anyway.
Is
So,
the-
yeah.
Is the episode title going to be Gang Talks About Incest for 5 minutes?
I mean, I have been watching a lot of clips of the what are they called, the McDoyle,
McPoyle.
But yeah, just wanted to put that out there because there's been a lot of talk about
Let
it could be
your,
this, but it's not this.
Let your freak flag fly, Doug. We don't yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah, you do you. Follow your North Star. Not literally. Oh, he's doing it. I feel like
Bit cloudy.
I feel like if you have your big hand on the back of Silas's neck, he'll say whatever we need him to. So this could work. Could work.
I don't trust him, but I know that he values his life enough that he'll play ball.
And then you just
Nice enough guy, but yeah,
stay with him 24/7 when we're on the ship.
sure.
Don't let
He
him out your
doesn't-
fucking
he
sight.
doesn't shit.
I mean, that's kind of, I'm like his guard, so I would be doing that anyway, so I wouldn't erase.
You could probably do it without getting too aggressive with him. Be quite nice.
I just want to say, I don't really get aggressive. Like, he's a nice enough guy. I've worked with him before.
Yeah, but
He's just a bit,
He
you
kind
know,
of
likes
seems like a
numbers.
Weasley shitbag.
Yeah, but when you're as big as me, most people seem like Weasley shitbags. So,
True.
I mean, the one that you travel with, fucking hell.
Which one?
I don't think I ever got his name, but purple.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, purple one.
Oh,
The horns.
not the elf. The
Before you
Sure,
throw
yeah.
too much shade at him, he did save Ulrich's life a few times. So
Yeah, it's true. Grin's my boy. He's alright.
yeah, he's weedy and booky, but
I
he's
mean-
actually really useful.
Someone can be all right and they can still look like a stalk of corn.
I mean, he's got you there, mate.
dipped in beetroot juice.
Quinn's like in the wagon next to you guys, tears.
Silas is just like, it's okay.
They don't know you like I do.
But he was like working really hard on identifying it.
Yeah. Sweat and tears. Friendship with you guys over. Silas is my new friend now.
Yeah, all this stuff I identified as shit. I'll keep
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's up to you lot. I'm just here. I mean, I guess I'm here getting my boy back home.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't give a fuck.
Sounds like a plan. But I think if we have a means of getting on the ship with as little subterfuge as possible, I would vote for that.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the easiest way. Say that we're sellswords that you've hired to help out with.
Because you lost all of your men to a big old monster.
Actually, it'd be quite a good way to get us into the city as well if we're like kind of, heroes. Not that we suit that stereotype very well.
Speak for yourself. Look at me. Look at me.
Gobble gobble.
Yes.
What?
Well, if you think you can be convincing enough, that's fine. If you're not,
If I have the opportunity to clean up a bit, I don't think it will be a struggle selling
Do
myself as a...
pretty bloodied.
Yeah. Well, the way.
Right, we're having a shit and showering then. Is that what we're doing? And then getting on with the run.
I suppose so. Where's that food?
Owen.
Owen has made food.
I'll grab a kebab of whatever rat or whatever it is cooked.
Are we technically short resting?
Yeah.
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 Sick.
Yeah.
Just as a point of order for future needs, if you're trying to do something in a hurry and you're not looking in the best of shape, you can do what is known as, this is like a home rule, an arduous rally, which essentially is like a 5-minute break, but you roll your hit dice, and then whatever hit dice you use, you only get half back.
Ooh.
So if you're trying to be quick and you don't have time to sit down for like an hour, it's still something. But
I feel like this is what we've been doing, this sitting and chatting and eating.
Yeah.
It's not strenuous, so that could be...
Yeah.
Yeah, but just in the future.
Yeah. Arduous rally, whatever you roll, half it.
It's in the
that's
Tal'Dorei Reborn.
Oh, nice.
Well, I feel a bit better now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ooh.
word.
Fuck. What a sound effect. Quinn.
So anyway, you've been studying this for how long?
These items or this art?
I've a passing experience with magic. I don't really practice myself, but
I'm trying to
No,
concentrate,
Oh,
Silas.
sorry. Let me keep the torch, the candle.
To the left a little bit.
Sorry.
No, my left.
Sorry.
Oh, Silas.
It's got to start again. Oh shit! Sorry. It still hits me.
Flash of arcane light at the back of the wagon.
So yes, you now know what these items are.
Oh yeah.
If I could get you to roll an Arcana check.
I know how to open this now. Thanks to
Um,
George.
You're welcome.
So you, just based on your previous experience, you don't really have. Well, roll your Arcana check.
Get some ASMR going.
Oh, boom.
23.
23. Okay, so in your studies and with the group that you were previously related to, Hemocraft is something that you are, whilst you haven't necessarily practiced it yourself, is a form of magic that you are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Discerning what these bottles do.
Oh, it's the bottles we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
With this, it would essentially be like performing the identify spell,
Mhm.
but I would just get you to roll d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Another roll.
Yep. And then I would say with this, you're aiming for a 15 to know
Oi.
specifically what it does.
Okay.
10 gives you half of the knowledge. Anything lower than that, then it's
And
a
what if I
crapshoot
give
of
it?
what it
What if I
does.
give it to Silas to drink?
If you give it to Silas to drink, see what happens.
That's another 14, which brings me up to 19.
Yep, because
Plus-
you're a
plus
fucking
5.
book. Why
He's
did I
a
give
book
that to you?
boy.
I
Okay.
mean, my ASI I would use that to push that up to +5 the day I wake up. So
Right, where have I left?
all eggs in one basket for this with it.
Okay. I will copy the list that I've got instead of just rattling them all off.
Yeah,
But
no.
we will just say that you know what these do.
And how many?
So there is, in total, there is 7. 6 are Sabine's, 1 is Owain's. But I would assume
No,
you
all
spread
7 are mine currently.
Well, currently, yes, currently they are all yours.
Not wrong.
But yeah, so there is
Oh, yeah.
nobility, potency. There is 2 conversant, 1 shielded, another mobility, sorry, and aether.
Intriguing.
Yes, and then you've got the cards for the weapons
I do indeed.
items.
Well, we
That
spent.
was a delicious meal.
Thanks, Owain.
Yummy.
You are welcome. Owain.
Well, good chat, Dougal. It's nice have everything out on the table now and all sorted and
Yeah,
yeah, I feel better.
yeah. Look, sorry, I just I haven't seen you for a really long time, and I know it's just a bit weird, because obviously I've known about this for however long. And, yeah,
Yeah.
but hey, you're alright. Kept them relatively okay. Is that something, eh?
I mean,
It's because you're dead.
I appreciate that a lot, if I'm honest. All this time I thought they were dead, and turns out they're alive and well, and all's fine. That's probably the best I could have hoped for.
Well, yeah, fine. Living in slavery, technically, but fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
When you put it like that, that doesn't sound great.
It sounds like we have a boat to catch.
Yeah. Sounds like we should go and rescue them a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't feel good unless we tried.
Yeah, and we've fucked up every other place we visited. We might as well do something good.
You know what? That's a good shout. We should try and bring some positivity in the
We just-
One of them doesn't hate us
Yet.
yet.
Give them time.
We just rushed into this unknown, decrepit house to save a child.
Yeah, but it didn't
Yeah,
happen,
But it didn't turn out to be
so...
Charles.
No, but the thought is what counts.
I feel like you need to do it to actually get the
No.
camera.
No, I feel like
No,
we're
okay.
goodies.
Yeah.
I think we're goodies.
I think we're the goodies.
Yeah.
We're the bad guys.
We're the bad guys.
Now this big red hammer.
Oh yeah, can I have that back, please? What is it?
Well,
and I come
it's
and grab it off.
for surely the group to decide, or did you get this as a special?
I
gift?
got it especially.
Well, no, let's see what it is first.
I'm already taking it off you.
No, you're not.
Lifts up with it.
Please let it go.
But thanks for identifying it. What does it do?
Just a big hammer. No, it's well, I don't know how it compares to your other weapons, but and also, for full disclosure for the group, usual caveats apply. There are certain risks and unknowns that still remain.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay. Everybody heard that though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have no liability on it.
We're already well versed in putting them down if we need to.
I think we gave up liability on it a long time ago.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys had liability insurance? That was a mistake.
You wrote up the
You know what that
contract.
is?
Oh yeah.
Broadly, it can set aflame as well in of itself.
It's a fiery hammer.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah. Love me a fiery hammer, I do. That sounds great. So what, I just whack it on my hand and it sets on fire, or?
Yes. Yes, we'll say it works as your other previous weapons and everyone else's weapons seem to work. Yes.
I think you have
Just
to
be careful with it.
Rev that bit on the handle.
Brim, brim.
Be careful with it.
Alright. I'm going to spend some time looking at it,
Cool.
caressing it.
Oh, hey. What about this shield?
What about the shield?
Well, I'm not quite as keen to give this one away so readily. as
Oh.
I kind of look at how my what do you call me, noodle boy or whatever,
Spaghetti arm.
and say, well, I could always benefit from some extra defence, although it's not very becoming of someone of my kind. But
Can you lift it?
You seem fairly
with both hands.
Surprisingly light. Just warm to the touch.
Ah, shit, yeah. A spin out.
Shit. I mean, fair enough. What does it do?
It's just a good shield, very well made. It's not actually that too much exotic over your average shield, except it's
You got.
pretty decent and very easy to wield for somebody who is not versed in that way.
You okay with that, Owain? He's
Yes,
silent.
that's totally fine.
Fine. Sounds good.
I'm also Mickey Mouse.
And I've got to ask all about those liquids. I mean, come on.
I'm fucking writing them, alright?
Oh, you can tell me about it later. It's fine.
Yeah, no, well, there's so many of them. I need to process all the information. There's
Of
a lot
course, yeah, that's fine.
of things moving in and out. Silence was useless.
Well,
Oh, hey, come on.
Oh, who knows? For D&D Beyond's sake, it will.
No,
I'll send you the.
What the hammer is it?
don't
No,
look
no,
it
no.
up.
As in, what
Oh.
is it? A plus
Oh,
one
I can't
plus.
send it to him anyway, actually.
I will.
Well, I can't. I'll
send
send
it to you.
Okay.
Wait, only when he's attuned to it, though.
Yeah.
Don't send it
What
to
I'm
him
doing
now.
right
You gotta wait.
Mm.
Spend another hour.
Caressing.
so just to catch you up, we're gonna free some fucking orc slaves.
Okay. That sounds as
That's like the end goal, anyway.
Dagon.
for today.
Turns out mum and dad are alive,
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're in slavery.
congratulations! Oh no,
Ah.
condolences.
No.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Sabine.
Obviously, we have a personal investment in Ulrich's family. Who else might be freed from the shackles, as it were? Anyone else of import that anyone important to you? Any political figures from other lands that could be?
No, not really. All my family are dead, so I've got a couple of mates. They'd probably be down for stabbing some people,
Okay.
but
But no one we stand to make any coin in freeing.
no. And if anything, if we do this the wrong way, people might take this as probably like an attack against Stonehaven, because we're attacking their military. So could go the opposite way if that's what you're getting at.
Question, DM.
Hello.
Do we know if Stonehaven and Luxem are like allies, close?
Make a history check.
12.
Oh shit.
I've had a decent. I'm not very clever, but I've had a decent education. Would I potentially?
Not really, just because you've not really
Quite far
ventured,
out of the way.
yeah, to this side of the continent. With 12, other than obviously like people conversing and you know, if they've come over to Monolum, there is always the possibility that they have some sort of a, like working relationship with other cities. Nothing beyond that.
Different continent though, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not. They're not. So these Stonehaven. I always forget that Crimson Legion.
Mhm.
Do they have any current enemies?
No, not really. At the moment, they're actually kind of a little bit isolated. That's kind of what this was all about. Was kind of breaching a bit of a trade line, as it were. You know, there's a lot of ships that come to and fro from these different continents. Takes a while, but a good steady flow of like raw materials is pretty good. So, yeah, most of the southern area of the continent, yeah, a bit more isolated. I think they're all a bit spooky, really, but you know.
Spooky how?
Just, you know, a lot of, well, let's just say that there's this one place, right, and apparently it's led by this guy who's a werewolf, but whether there's any truth in that or not, I don't know.
He's kind of leaned forward and is like, oh, that sounds fun. No?
A werewolf.
Oh,
Who?
Fort were tigers, so no, it wasn't fun. I got fucked up.
Sorry. Who the fuck are we talking about?
I thought I healed you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
that
still
was
pretty
At
bad.
the time.
They were just asking about like people that are like close to us, and nobody's really close to Stonehaven. There was like a big fight, and I think a lot of people wrote off Stonehaven, and that's why it was in such a shit way. And why they kind of were like, "Oh, Crimson Legion, oh, let's have some of you."
So if we upset Stonehaven, it doesn't really matter.
Maybe.
I mean,
I mean, other than upsetting the city.
May I?
I mean, we've done that before. We can do it again.
I feel like we're really
I mean, I've done that
nonchalant
before.
about that. You know?
You guys terribly are. May I suggest an alternative path? Perhaps if we could wean them off their reliance on this slave group, then that's probably best all round. What
Well,
would you
actually, we
say?
just do
I
a
like that.
breakout.
I don't
Liberate
know
them.
how easy it would be to get people to give up having slaves. I dare say it would be an uphill battle.
Well, I mean, we don't have to. There's, if we need to liberate a few at first, but the liberation of the slaves is only but one piece of the picture of weaning Stonehaven off the Crimson Legion. And then when the Crimson Legion don't have a huge city to protect, they probably will have less need for the slaves. Either they'll get rid of them or they'll kill them, but we can probably swoop in then and save them. But the bigger picture here is, the Crimson Legion are bad, and taking power away from them is perhaps something that we should think about doing, if we have the means within ourselves to do it.
Don't see why not.
And a side effect will be, hopefully, some emancipation.
Who now?
Liberating, as you said.
Liberating. Yeah, sounds good. I like the idea of that. I think it would be nice for my own part to live out the rest of the years in freedom, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So perhaps we make for Stonehaven.
Absolutely.
Before we see your parents, we get acquainted with the city and the ins and outs,
Mm-hmm.
and then formulate the plan. See if there's a resistance movement. See if there's any anti-Red Legion sentiment.
Yes.
Tear it down from the fucking inside.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
reach
quite.
right in, pull the insides out.
I love
Get
that.
some fingers in some pies.
Perhaps
Sounds great.
without contacts on this continent, what little of them remain.
Yeah.
What's that one? Lass that likes us, who owns the club?
I'm more thinking government and officials.
The Moilum King quite likes us.
Indeed. So perhaps if they were to offer aid to Stonehaven, militaristic aid, then their reliance on the Crimson Legion would
Perhaps
be.
even the Golden Marauders. They might step in and we'll see our good friend Cunt for Brains.
Yes. Yes.
Quite charming, really.
But yes, if we undermine them and undermine the Crimson Legion, offer Stonehaven an alternative to this horrible group of people, then it's several birds with one. Several Harakokra with one.
This seems like a great plan. I don't see how it can go wrong in any way.
I was about to get to that.
Here are the ways it can go wrong.
Are you going to be able to keep your cool when you are there and you see things as they are? I'm just being honest.
Listen
I've traveled
now.
with you the longest. I know what you're like.
When have I not been cool as a cucumber?
You lose your shit pretty much every day. It's
Yeah.
kind of what you do. So I'm just checking you're going to
This
be
is
able
news
to.
to me.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're suffering long-term memory loss, we would forgive you.
Yeah.
I do see what you mean.
Perhaps with your newfound brother by your side, you might be able to lean on him for some support.
Hello.
I don't know. You think you can stop me from getting real pissed off and trying to kill people?
Yeah, of course I could.
Sorted. It's
There
fine
we
now.
go. I've got a handler now.
Handler carers. Same thing.
My only question, seeing as I was in a very time-consuming and strenuous activity working out these magic items for us all
Yeah.
for
Would you
free.
like some food?
Still waiting
Oh,
on this
yes.
potion.
Yes. Me too.
No bit.
They will kill you.
Rocks full.
Just said that.
Okay, cool. I'll pass those in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'll eat some food. What did Owain cook for us?
Rats on sticks.
Oh, cool.
Rats.
Yeah.
I think it's some kind of exotic shish kebab instead of rats on sticks. As I close my eyes, I tend to eat this traveller's food.
Very gamey.
Any salt or pepper? All of the salt or pepper? Is there any left?
I got some hot sauce.
Please.
So
What is that?
Oh, it's just my diarrhea.
I didn't think it could get any worse. Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's just like mayonnaise and then like whole jalapenos. That's hot sauce, right?
yeah.
Cannons.
Sauce.
Now it is.
Yeah. Only last thing. So you just found us on the road and asked for our help. Is that what we're going to go with, Durgob?
Well, they're a well-known group of sellswords from Monolum,
Yeah.
and we happen to be heading this way.
Question.
After
Sorry.
the
How heroic were we? Did we like come in and save you, or like did
I
you
don't know
just?
what you're talking to me about. I thought you should be talking to Silas.
Before we do that, is there an opportunity to charter a private ship from Merchant Solo?
Are you asking me, the DM, or
Oh, via Big.
what?
Via Durgob.
Oh, right. I thought you had a stroke. Oh yeah, I mean there was a couple of ships when we came in, so I mean
So we're not forced to take a Crimson Legion one, which I might. Well, has its pros and cons, but
I think it would be good to come on a Crimson League one. Simply because, it would give us an air of respectability and, if we're coming along with the
might
military.
get us through the city a bit easier than having to
Yeah.
come
We
through.
saved Silas, this really important person from them.
Open some doors.
I feel like I should just say that where everybody is, it's not part of the city. Just so you're aware. Just want to make that clear.
Yes, the slaves are external, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're a
So
different
we'll
part.
probably head there first, just to deposit everybody.
Okay.
What do you mean?
As in like the 100 men or so that we've got on the ship.
They'd have to go back to their base camp. I see.
Yeah, and then the rest of us would probably get a couple of wagons and then head into the city to drop off old Silas.
Oh, I see. So the majority of the people on the boat are going to be the slaves.
They are Crimson Legion
Soldiers.
soldiers.
But
Yeah.
they're slaves.
No,
No.
They're based
They're
where
welcome.
the slaves are.
but they'll be disembarking to go home essentially for that.
Sorry.
back to base.
Bit
Yes.
slow sometimes.
Yes,
Bit slow.
which I don't know whether that's the wisest idea or not to go straight into the eye of the storm with some volatile baggage and
What are
with
you trying to
very
say?
little information.
Saying that you're
The hammer.
Yeah. it's just whether or not saving Silas is like good leverage for what we'll need to do next. If we don't want that, then we go separate. If we do want that, we go with them.
See, Silas kind of raised
What?
his hand.
Shut
I just wanted to know if do I get are we doing like a vote or anything? Do I get
Well,
the?
it'd be interesting to hear your perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, Durgob could probably crush my head like a walnut.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't hesitate to do so.
Exactly. So you don't have to worry about me saying anything.
Inside check.
Sure.
Hmm? 13. Unlucky for some.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
He's a straight up man.
Well, he's been pretty consistently petrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got many layers at this point.
So I mean, if you want to get on the ship, I can, say, hey, they're pretty cool guys. I just don't know if they're necessarily, buy it. But hey, I got your back.
Well,
Even if they don't buy it, we can still be like, well, if you don't want us around, we'll just go into the city and we sell swords in the city. You don't have to.
you can get our own boat.
I feel-
Yeah. Okay.
We can try, but not try in a weird way.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, hey, we're mercenaries. Sorry, actually speaking in Norwich, yeah, we can just try anyway. And if they say no, fuck off, then we'll just get another boat. It's not the end of the world if they don't let us on immediately, as long as you don't try and sneak on with them. As long as we're upfront about what we're trying to do, I don't see why it wouldn't be a problem.
So is getting entry to Stonehaven proper going to be difficult? Are they wary of outsiders?
Yeah,
Or?
with or without you, in both instances.
I mean, if you're trying to get into Stonehaven, it's just another city. It's just, we're getting there. It's on the up.
Well, perhaps the least risky would be to actually separate at Merchant's Hollow. Durgob and Silas pretty much tell the truth, and they go back on their Crimson Legion ship, and there's very minimal lying, and then we meet up with Durgob back in Stonehaven, and we just charter a private vessel straight to the city and have no suspicion aroused whatsoever.
It might be more fun having our own boat because we
So
can
when we say the truth, no mention of us. Are we clear?
Wait, what?
Well, I don't see why we can't just say, oh, can we hitch a ride as mercenaries? Why would they not be jealous?
They probably wouldn't just let you get on the boat.
There's hundreds of very capable soldiers on that boat already. They've no need of extra hands.
There.
The lie would be we helped you out,
Mm.
getting away from this terrifying beast with corpses on its back.
Well, yeah, that's not
And yet-
strictly a lie.
At least if Shitstain fucks up, then it's just sorry, Durgob. It's just your problem then, not ours as well. Because we won't be on the boat.
I mean, I haven't just been reunited with Durgob. I don't really want to just leave him like that.
And we're gonna meet up again. Just if things go wrong with Silas, then you live.
I mean, to be clear, I'm not too concerned about Silas. I'm kind of nodding in his direction. It's more just it's just I'd rather not travel 6 against 100 with literally no escape.
I love a script.
Yeah, actually,
The next guy, so those odds are not in our favour. And
Yeah,
I'm
fair
still
enough.
very tired.
Okay.
Now, we could, if you were desperate to maintain your newly found sibling, we could all just charter the private ship and all get on together, and we could give young Silas here this dashing hat of mine to make him incognito, and then we only have to really worry about the two orcs. Well, one orc, I suppose. Is probably the
Wouldn't
most
they be
sensible.
expecting him though?
I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine his career's pretty much over with the Crimson Legion now, so it's probably swings and
Wait,
roundabouts. Durgob, not Silas.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
think about
So I'm
that. Come on, keep
confused.
up. Keep up. More that, yeah, so just in case he gets spotted, all I was saying is that
I'm going for a private charter because I can go to sleep in the lower deck.
and wake up all together.
Wake up and be able to hit things with godly power again. Until I do that, I feel impotent. So I don't care what we do, I just want us to do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's do it. Private charter.
Alright.
With all of us.
Group
And
consensus.
we'll deal with any suspicious looks. Well, we've got plenty of time to think about that, I suppose. Probably weeks, I would imagine.
Sounds good.
Now, Silas, this is an interesting opportunity for you.
Oh, hello, he's
This-
speaking to me.
Yes, this magic hat allows you to look like anyone.
So let me just get this straight. You are gonna take me with you,
Lucky you.
even though they are expecting us at some point.
Here's where Quinn's master plan really comes to fruition, Silas. Now, I was refraining from telling you the whole thing because I only thought of it just now. I was this close.
All the pieces fell together at the right time.
Right out of track. Not only Ulysses here is very correct in that this is a very good opportunity for you, but for more reasons than perhaps he initially thought. If you were to be pivotal in the liberation of the slaves, no offense intended, and the reunification of the city, for lack of a better term, then you would stand to gain a lot of power and influence in the city, more so than you might already do. Those cards want to go for one day. More so than you might already want to do.
A bit windy.
Those cards.
Okay, I mean, I'm just thinking of like, you know, if we don't turn up, or at least me anyway,
They'll assume you died.
they'd look into it, but that's fine.
And they'd find
A whole bunch of
land
corpses.
strewn of corpses with a hideous beast nearby.
That's fine.
The safest bet, in my view, is let Durgob and Silas go back on the Crimson.
Well, that was my original suggestion, and you
Yeah.
turned it down.
That's what we just agreed with that.
From what we're talking about, you've convinced me.
Oh,
Oh,
I wasn't trying to. Was there?
look at that! Didn't we win?
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go back with them.
Yes,
Like
and then
normal.
we have a private ship. We
And
meet
then
back
we
up at
meet back
Stonehaven.
Yeah.
No, at least the minimal questions are asked. We're in utmost
Yeah.
safety. Everybody wins. How does that
Seems
sound?
Yeah.
Silas, Durgob, you happy with that situation? Ixnay on the us and
I just want to
yeah, he's on
just-
board.
yeah.
He's on board.
plan.
he is
Good.
there.
It's
right.
settled then.
Sorry, I made that more confusing than it needs
No,
to be. but
no,
You've
That's-
never, don't worry, you never do that ever.
That's what I do. That's
Ever.
my role in this here gang.
No, in
No,
fact,
you
you,
hit stuff.
you simplify things more than anything, so that's fine.
That's sweet of you to say.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Right, am I up front then with these horses?
Quinn doesn't drive.
A whistle for Monty.
Is it great for doing on these chairs?
Oh yeah.
Just bouncing.
That's all around.
No, it's not.
Just 20 seconds of silence on the podcast as we're just bouncing up
Bouncing
chairs
on
like
the
idiots.
chairs. Now this is pod racing.
So you continue to travel, and you probably make, I'd say, by the time night falls, you'd have to camp again.
Thank God.
But then by around about probably about midday the following day is when you'd actually get to Merchant's Hollow.
Come on, resting, are we?
Long rest,
if you're
baby.
just camping up,
Yeah.
still within the Torden Woods.
Anything
I'll
suspicious
be
happening?
taking no watches. I will go to sleep in the remains.
Awesome.
Deserved.
I will take a watch.
I can do a watch as well.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'll stay up with you as well.
That's cocked. I don't know about.
That's calm.
I mean, it's on 17, but it's cocked.
Yeah, let's roll again.
19. We'll take that with plus 9 to perception, so
Oh,
fucking 28, baby.
I got
I see through time.
21 for me. 21.
So you're doing it at the same time, or are you taking separate watches?
Several watches.
Owain takes the last watch.
Um,
He would do anyway.
Yeah.
He loves doing watch.
Alright, so you got how much on your first watch?
28 in total.
28. So at this point now, you're pretty deep in the woods. And the only thing that you really notice is that there hasn't been too much wildlife. Like there's been the occasional like birds that fly overhead, but actual like just squirrels or like boars or anything like that or deer. There's been nothing like that in these woods. Spooky. It just kind of catches you as a bit like odd.
It's like quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
But other than that,
Chilling.
you don't see anything. You took second watch, Ulrich. What did you roll again? Sorry.
21.
21. As you swap over from Sabine, no conversation between the two of you.
Just like,
You look like shit. Night.
you have horns. Ah.
Racist. Goes to bed.
As you walk past, have that little exchange, and kind of get yourself set up to take your watch, you see a figure, possibly about 80 meters out. It's quite dark, so you can't really,
Facing me? Or
you can't tell. It's just like a silhouette of someone.
who's there?
And you just hear, just in the inside of your ear,
Is that you, is it?
well, I just wanted to
Oh, Jesus.
see what exactly it was that you wanted to get into. You know, you can't just make a handshake deal with a deity and just
Oh, it's
be all
you!
blasé about it.
Sorry, I thought it was the other guy. You're the traveller, right?
That is my name, yes.
Fantastic. I've been wanting to speak to you.
You've got too many people knocking around in that head of yours.
Oh, it's a real humdinger.
So,
Well, yeah. Now you're here. I don't know if you're aware of a Fey Lannis at all. You know, having
I
a
am.
bridge meeting or whatever. I don't know. Play some poker.
Me and the other, the shot callers, we're aware of him.
You're a shot caller, are you?
Gods.
Oh. Cool. Good you said that. It was fun. Well, from what I gather, he has a grasp on my immortal soul and has made me all undead and gross.
Yes, yes.
I know that I'm probably fucked.
Oh, well and truly.
I would like to be more favourably fucked. That's what she said. Just something, a deal on my own terms, not one that was made for me, Something that was a bit more transparent.
And I completely understand, and that is why I gave you a chance with the cards to undo something that was done to you.
Right.
And
that was
unfortunately, that is exactly what that was. You had the possibility of undoing this thing that was forced upon you. And, well, as chance would have it, it wasn't going to happen. But hey,
So
we
is
tried.
that your whole thing, is it? The chance?
Well, in that particular instance, it seemed quite fun to do.
So,
But hey, nice hammer.
I mean, yeah.
Very big. You've got some. You've
some
got something. Well, let's just say, if you didn't already have a target on your back, having this would probably also put a target on your back.
I mean, everyone wants to kill me all the time, so I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, from what you just said,
Yes.
what if we made like a wager? Because you seem to like leaving things to chance, and would you wager something so that I could have a deal with you? I'm already fucked, I might as well get more fucked.
Quint's thrashing in his nightmare.
Like a cold sweat.
So stuff.
Like,
For
I
touch me
people
there.
that are willing to pledge themselves to me
yeah,
and further spread chaos throughout this world,
I do that anyway.
I can give certain boons to.
Okay.
However, what you have, unfortunately not through any of your kind of free will, gotten yourself into, you would need some powerful magic to get you out of it. And if I was to do that, I would get on the wrong side of this Faye Lannis. And that's a headache I don't really want to deal with.
Or what if I made it worth your while?
How exactly? I was going to say beautiful, but my mostly dead friend, how would you do that?
Well, if you say you like chaos, I mean, I could up my game in that department a little bit. And cause more chaos in your name, as it were. Because I've only got a few goals. If I can complete those goals, I don't really care. As long as my group doesn't get hurt. What the fuck happens to everyone else around me?
Okay. If I give you certain tasks to do,
Yeah.
I can't help you with your corrupted soul, but I can certainly make things more interesting for you before the end. And you never know. My boons might help you out in your endeavours to escape the clutches of Faye Lannis.
Well. Last time I didn't have a very transparent deal.
Well, I mean, you technically didn't make a deal yourself.
Exactly.
It's understandable.
If I were to agree to do these tasks, what's the downside? Just be real with me. I'll accept it either way. I'd just like to know.
Rule number 1 of negotiating.
Just tell me how fucked I am. You can say what.
I'll sign whatever you want.
I'm in a bad place already. What annoys me more is that I don't know all the ins and outs of it.
So, as I say, chaos,
Yeah.
mischief, those are things that can be seen as good and fun by some people, and to others, not as much. So, really, all I'm saying is that some of the things that you might get up to could upset some people, but they'd be fun.
Well, they do say if you're going to go out, you should go out with a bang, right?
I have heard that before. Yes.
What have I got to lose? I can't think of anything. My immortal soul is already trapped. I can't smell, I can't taste, I've got no soul, I'm undead. Literally, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, you could not be able to finish whatever this little pilgrimage is of yours, and if you can't finish that, then was it Shell? Your father's name, whatever that was, they'd remain slaves possibly for the rest of their days. So there is that. But hey.
But you said that these powers would help me possibly with these things.
Yes.
But your tasks might get in the way of what I want, is what you're saying.
Maybe. Who's to say?
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
You will try.
That is 19.
Seems like he's just trying to make sure you are aware of your options.
It's a good point.
And then, if I can't complete your tasks in, I guess, is it like a time frame thing? Or just like
Oh,
you
they'd
get
be
done?
very much spur of the moment sort of things.
I see. And if I fail to do one of them, through no fault of my own, just shit happens.
Just try your best. I'm sure even in trying, you will certainly be entertained.
Right, so that's your thing, you just want to be entertained.
I just like to upset the balance of the world. Things are far too rigid as they are.
I couldn't get down with that.
Well, I mean, you pulled from an ancient magical deck of cards that could have imprisoned your body in another plane of existence, so I kind of assumed that you were.
It could have done what now?
Best not to dwell on that. Best not to dwell on that. So,
I thought it was like a game of poker. Shit, man. I should really think about what I'm doing more.
no. Quite the opposite, really. Just do things.
I mean, you speak a lot of sense. At least to my dull brain. It doesn't seem like it would be too much out of my way to do this, and if you can possibly help me finish the things I want to finish and maybe find some magical power to make me less undead, I think you got yourself a deal. Do we shake on it? Cut our hands? Do you want me to kiss you?
No, I'm not a big fan of any of that kind of stuff. Let's just say we are working together for the foreseeable future. Let it be, well, not long, but short but sweet.
Sounds good. And the only thing I require, really, other than the boons or whatever, just be honest and straightforward with me.
I will be as honest and as straightforward as I can be.
Well, I don't mind if it's fucked up. Just as long as you're straight with me.
I can't really be straight with you. It's not really my wheelhouse, but yes, sure.
Well, I guess that's alright then.
Lovely stuff. Well, I'm sure you'll be hearing from me again soon.
Is that it? You do like got a sign on me or anything, or
It's gone.
see ya? But
There's just like a little doorway-shaped amulet on the floor.
doorway.
Yeah.
Go over and pick it up then, I guess.
It's just made out of wood.
Hold that around my neck. Tuck it in to my straps.
Cool.
And he says to himself, "Huh? Sure, that'd be fine, right?" He's now, like, obviously very impulsive, but he's now kind of just mulling over what's just happened in his head, and it's like, yeah. Don't think I should mention this to Quinn straight away.
Can't make that. Something's not right. Someone's done the exact opposite of what I just told them to do. So
My big brain sensors are tingling.
I can feel it.
If there was like a camera shot, you just see Ulrich's face kind of like look off into the distance, have a moment of doubt, and then just shrug it off. No, that's fine.
Hard cut to you, tossing and turning.
Cool.
So that's the end of your watch.
Roll for a win.
Yeah, if you can.
Please.
I'm going to send you a message, but ignore it 'cause it's for later on when I'm running out of battery.
Oh,
Perception.
It's just a
Yeah.
stretch across the table.
17 plus 4.
we'll say for his watch, he doesn't really see anything either. But you awaken in the morning, fresh-faced. Still a little bit overcast, but the majority of the rain has now gone. Yeah. Funky fresh.
Well, I feel less
Fresh.
like death, so that's good.
I feel good as well. Well, still not dead,
Oh yeah.
but good.
Shall we then?
Quite.
Yes. We have some gold now, so we can go and get one of those boats.
Wait, if we're arriving separately, right?
Yes.
But we've got one card.
Really?
No, 2 cards. Cool.
Plus.
Wait, have we got any of their stuff like on show that we kind of looted?
Not on show, I don't believe it's covered wagon.
I mean, they would have had like banners on them, but we could assume that you would have taken them off ages ago.
Okay.
We can just walk in.
And nobody's like wielding any weapons that were on like dead Crimson Legion guys, right?
Other than the materials and the gold that you took, I don't think you like pillaged their armor as well.
Sabine's got the blood rot dagger, but that would be niche. They wouldn't know that.
We'll have that tucked away.
Yeah. Stow it away. Yeah, cool. That was just my only concern. Alright then, let's fucking do it.
Can't know.
Just that
Sure.
noise behind me.
Right. Allow me. So we make our way to the docks. Separate cart from Durgob and Silas.
Silas.
Should we give him the other sending stone?
I suppose it's not a bad idea.
So we can stay in touch with Durgob.
Yeah,
Yes.
sounds good.
Are they?
Do you know how to use this?
They might not. Are they going to frisk you at all? You Red Crimson Legion.
Oh, that reminds me. Silas.
Huh?
The book.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Please. Thank you. And I'll try and stow it in the, without Owen seeing, try and stow it in the bag of holding.
Does anybody have?
I've got his character sheet here.
What's his?
Passive perception,
Yeah. Oh, I've got his passive perception.
14. Sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Just got to beat at 14. And repercussions we'll deal with when he's here.
It's a natural 1.
Oh! Slapping it around.
The book, Silas.
Because Silas is the one that's handing it to you, you can roll with advantage.
12.
Okay, you're pretty sure that he's not spotted it?
But also, what he's seeing is me taking the book from Silas.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving it to Silas.
Yeah.
Taking
Do you think we should give the other one of this to...
Well, yes, Durgob, are they going to ask any questions? Are they going to be suspicious of you if you have this speaking stone to who the other end might be, etc., etc.? Or can
I
we?
mean, I've been working with them for quite a while. They trust me as far as they trust an orc, I suppose. Just give it to Silas, and then I'll take it off him when we're on the boat.
Great. Yeah.
He's got these ideas.
Give it to Silas, but explain how it works to
Yeah.
Durgob. Just, for time's sake, I'm not going to
Yeah,
say no what to do.
Very good, Sabine. Well done.
Cool. So you continue, and as the forest itself breaks, you come to kind of like a cliffside, which has this winding, kind of steep road that curves down the side of the cliff face and kind of pushes out into what looks like a kind of a boxed off it's a mixture of what looks primarily like a dock / harbour, but there is a small kind of population of what looks like simple housing, and there is like a lift that is like buttressed against the cliffside road. They're the people that are operating it. It looks like it's mainly just like heavy barrels, crates, stuff like that, just as an easier way of getting it in and out of this like kind of valley, essentially. But you continue pushing down, and as you push down, because of the way that the cliffs are on either side of this place, it is just like a naturally more kind of constantly casting shadow. It's a bit grim, and as you kind of start pushing through, it doesn't look like the nicest of places. This is very much is a small town that is just for function. This is a good port place with people kind of splitting up either north or south, and that's kind of it really. But you kind of make your way through this more kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? Residential. There you go. Push through this more residential area, and you kind of break into what looks like the main kind of square, as it were. And from here, I mean, if you even just a little bit before, did you want to split up? Are you letting them go ahead a certain amount of?
Ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So from there. Cool. Seagulls are too loud.
Look at the size of those
Too
birds.
many of them.
Good Lord.
They're everywhere. They're in the air. Grab the children.
Women and children first. Cool. Yeah. So as you push through the more residential area, you've got a few different buildings up in front of you. Most of them are like just kind of dark woods, quite mildew because there's a lot of sea salt that kind of pushes in and kind of collects, and there's almost like this general kind of mist and haze to the whole town. But you've got a large building just on your left-hand side, kind of like the main square area just in front of you, where there's like a fountain. A little bit further up on your left-hand side, there is what looks to be quite a large tavern. Like, it's certainly the most populated area, bar the just general kind of noise and kind of hubbub from the docks further ahead of you, further east. But yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, we should probably make this quick.
Searching for the harbour master.
If you're doing that, I might quickly try and get some supplies for the journey.
Sounds good.
Do we know how long we're traveling for?
Good night.
There's left.
They've gone now, yeah.
Having done it.
I'll get snacks for an hour.
You've actually made this trip before. It's about 10 days.
Yes,
I'll-
it'll be about just shy of 2 weeks.
I've got some money, but if I'm gonna get
I
supplies, I
actually
might
don't
need.
have any more, do I? I thought we dished that out into the... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And
That's my answer.
being
Bother with it.
a man of privilege,
Mm.
I open the bag and pull out a platinum piece and hand that over. Will that do?
Maybe. Let's go. Maybe give us another 4 of those.
Just give us more.
Yeah.
All the money.
Four platinum?
Yeah. Why not?
How many is that? How many gold?
It's a fair amount, but you should just give me some more. It's fine.
Okay. I'll pull out 5 platinum.
Yeah.
Isn't that 500 gold?
Yeah. Again, I'm from
Speed knows what she's doing.
I'm from a very wealthy family. I have no real.
Perfect.
Here's
That'll-
$20. Go
That'll
buy a
do.
banana.
Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Do you want to help me get some supplies?
Bear in mind that's everyone's money.
Yeah, no, I know. Do you want to?
Sure, yes.
Great.
Probably
I'm gonna remove 5
safe if we
platinum.
split up anyway. It had to be
Alright, so,
incognito.
1 platinum is
10.
10 gold.
Oh,
Yeah,
So 50 gold.
50 gold.
50 gold.
you're going to go back and get more.
Actually, yeah.
Another 10 platinum.
That's plenty, right? That's yes, that should be fine.
I'll come find you if we need more.
If they have any of those deer jerky bits, I'd love.
Okay. Deer jerky.
Yes,
It's on the list.
thank you.
If you can find something that doesn't taste like ash for me,
I think that's a you thing,
Yeah.
not the food or the drink.
Sounds like an Ulrich problem.
But
yeah, probably right.
I'll ask
We're
for the
just
most flavors
like
and
heavily
truffles
salt,
or something.
heavily
or
salt.
maybe just some ash.
Maybe.
Oh, like
Yeah,
kind of
like,
reverse.
like reverse psychology
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Probably make some with your hammer.
Just a thought. Do you being
From
dead?
us.
Do you
Yeah.
have to eat?
Probably not. I haven't thought about it.
Problems resolved itself.
There we go. Perfect. Right. We'll see you in a bit.
I'll see if I get hungry and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll have rations for enough for
Yeah.
just in case.
A bit cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Have you tried not sleeping?
I haven't.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Alright. Yeah.
Try it out. This is all
Try
new.
it out.
This is new to all of us. Okay. Harbour Master.
So you're looking for a harbour master. You guys are going to
Shop in.
Get shopping
I'll go
Yeah.
into the
for the trip.
Okay, and then Owain is silently trailing behind you too, keeping an eye on Ulrich.
Oh yeah.
I'll give Owain a little like kind of hey, it's alright.
He hasn't
The little
made
hand
the
up
deal
and
with the
down.
devil, it's fine.
Okay, we'll start with Quinn and Sabine.
I'll be totally honest. We're getting some wine.
I was going to say alcohol lasts considerably well on sea journeys, so
Yeah.
yes, no,
If you stay drunk, you don't get hungry. So
that would be a prudent expenditure of the group's money.
yes. So to the tavern. Then?
Yeah, shopping for supplies.
Yeah.
We just skip off to the tavern.
Okay, so as you come up to the tavern, which is technically north from where you guys have kind of entered into the main kind of square, this tavern is huge. Like it's almost like the same size as like what a town hall would essentially be, but it's got about 3 stories. And as you kind of enter in, it is just like there is just a hive of activity of people, like because it's hollow in the center, and so you can see up the 3 floors, and there's just people. There's drinking. There looks like there could be fucking in the dark corner of the dance floor.
Weird gestures.
Sounds like a square balloon.
But there's just like a lot of rowdiness. Like it's bordering on the. It's like on the edge of just being a massive bar fight.
Is this like this? Hopefully, isn't like a Crimson Legion bar.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Sabine,
Go silent.
in particular, with your high passive perception, there is a lot of Crimson Legion in this tavern. Like they're kind of dotted around most of like towards the back end of this, the first floor anyway, or ground floor rather. From what you can see, there's about 40 or so, just from what you can see. As well as just like a smattering of what looks like a mixture of sailors, well-to-dos that are just uncomfortable in this particular environment, people that look like maybe you shouldn't be here, or maybe you're wanted, sort of thing. Like it's just like a real
Melting
hive.
pot.
Yeah, yeah. It's not good, but at the moment anyway, the Crimson Legion don't take any notice of you.
Are there like other tieflings dotted around as well? Like we're not like
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there are a couple of
In case
things
there's
that you
any-
can spot.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We can if we act natural, we'll blend in.
Yeah, and like if you
Excuse me, sir.
yeah, if we fuck up, then just
Everything goes
Yeah.
silent.
Yeah.
Every single head turns.
just bamf us out of it and fuck
Fucking
it up.
Can do.
Yeah, I guess the whole point is to go in and ask the barkeep for the best rosé and ale in the area and get a shit ton of it for the boat.
Well, let me. Are we? I don't feel particularly safe in here, Sabine. Are we good?
Here, it's fine. You're with me, and you can get us out of here really quickly. So actually,
It's true.
that's actually more useful than me right now. So yeah, we're fine.
But never mind.
Okay. Make our way to the barkeep. Probably just looking for the one that's the most kind of astute looking, like the one that's the most like probably not doing as
Not
much.
gonna laugh us out of the bar.
Okay, make an insight check.
Yeah. All right. 14.
14. There is an individual who has just like a shaved head, very kind of like sun-kissed skin, slightly weathered a little bit, and just has like a brown kind of leather waistcoat on with a somewhat clean-ish white shirt, sleeves rolled up, and just like a little bit of stubble.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
This place looks fucking incredible. I'm gutted we're not staying longer.
I mean, incredible is one way of putting it, I suppose.
Looks like a fucking riot.
Gets that way every now and again. What can I do for you?
Do you have an off license?
We just wondered if you got anywhere good where you get your alcohol from. We're about to go on a journey, and we wanted to make sure we got away with some really good stuff for our journey. And if you sell it to us or we buy it from elsewhere, it's fine. Just curious if you know the best place. Specifically, rosé and ale is what we're looking for.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, ale, absolutely. We've got tons of it. Rosé, not really our thing. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but the vibe in here is a bit, bit lower class. If you're looking for some like fancy stuff, you could probably head over to the Maiden's Call. That's one of the bigger ships in the dock. That's like what's the best way of putting it? That's like a way of transporting people that are a bit more privileged, and they've got the top shelf stuff.
Shit. Okay.
You pay for it, but
Interesting.
We should probably get some ale though still from here, right?
Yes. Would I have spotted our friends at the back at this point?
yeah, I would assume that.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Look at all those people wearing dark armour with a bright red emblazed.
So he's like, just don't worry. Look at that. No, yeah, she would have told me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll order some beer from this guy. Is he going to disappear to go and get it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I had an idea, Sabine.
Yeah.
Perhaps this undermining of our scarlet friends over there, it could begin earlier. Now, there's a large number of them. It's probably safe to assume that several, if not all of them, are going to be on the ship.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we aided their inebriation, they might not all make it onto the ship, and if they do, they wouldn't be in their best wits to pilot said ship.
You want to get them fucked up?
An innocent benefactor, the boss's bonus for the week, and that may slow them down, puts them in a bit of a bad light when they return back to Stonehaven. Perhaps, I don't know. It's a bit of a risk. I'll leave it up to you. You're the one carrying the cashola.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, all right. Maybe we'll get a few extra for them and tell them to just sell the house or something.
For the Scarlet Friends.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
That's the plan.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love that.
So the guy comes back with essentially just a small keg of ale. How many are you looking for?
Well, we're traveling for 10 days, and also the boys in red, they've really done some good stuff. So we want to get some for them as well.
Okay.
Patriotic and shit.
I mean, like all of them.
Oh, just enough for them to share and just really, get them really on their way. But what do you reckon? What's your guesstimates on that? And yeah, 10 days of travel for like 7 of us.
That'd be about, I don't know, let's call it 10 gold for the lot of them. Just a round of drinks. Or do you want more?
For the guys up there.
Yeah.
They're heroes. They deserve more than that.
I mean, at least 2 rounds.
Yeah, at least 2 rounds.
Okay. Alright. I mean, do you want to throw in shots as well?
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm sure there's probably some kind of deal, isn't there?
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
buy several, like 2 for 1 or something on this day of the week.
No, not really.
No.
Make sure you tell them
it's silly me.
Make sure you tell them exactly how much they've got and that they have to drink it before they leave. They can't claim it back later or anything.
I mean, they've been here for a little bit. I don't think there's any
Fantastic.
issues with that.
I love that. Okay. Yes, 2 rounds and shots for all of them.
Okay.
And then
And then whatever we
however
need as
many
well,
more
yeah.
things for us. And
Okay.
round that up and we'll
So-
sort it out.
Yeah, let's just call it 20 gold for the lot.
Bish bash.
You have yourself a deal, my friend.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
sir.
much. Yeah. Don't tell them it was from us.
No, it's-
they just deserve
it's
it.
just a
They're
tradition.
just great
On the
guys.
house.
Yeah.
Sure thing. No worries. And he just kind of puts about 4 of those little kind of mini kegs
Lovely job,
in
lady.
just like a rope bag. So you got that carrying.
You good carrying that?
It's pretty.
I put it. If I put it on the shield, is it still light?
No.
Then no.
Can we?
Good try then. Good try.
Did you levitate it?
You would have attuned to that hammer, by the way.
Cool.
So,
Do I know what it is now then?
I can send it to him if you want.
Have you just copied it in?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you might have copied it into.
No, I haven't. I'm not copying it or anything. I'll boost it across.
Whilst he, if the barkeep were like, oh yeah, we're done, yeah.
Mhm.
Shall I go? Should we start a little whisper campaign? You know about what happened to the rest of them. Obviously, saying this very. Or is that a bit too close to the chest?
As in what?
They got fucked up on the road by some creature.
No, that might. No.
Too close to the
That
chest.
might ruin whatever size the goblins they might have.
Also, it might kill their vibe. They might not drink all of that.
Yeah, shit, yeah. That's
okay.
nice, yeah.
We'll just take our drinks then, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We vacate the premises.
You vacate the premises.
Mm-hmm.
And head towards the boat with the rose, of course.
And we just share the.
Oh, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
Okay. For yourselves, just make an investigation check.
Can I do it with advantage because there's a few of us looking?
If he's already.
What about Owain?
What's happening?
I thought you just rolled and then let it roll all over the place and was then like, yeah, that's it.
What about Owain?
I'd say either you two make separate ones or one of you can make it with advantage.
What we did?
We're looking for the
Investigation.
harvest.
Oh, no way. You have advantage now.
Natural 20.
There you go.
Ooh, baby, there it is.
Oh, baby.
As you kind of push past a series or like a row of shops which seems to separate the square from the actual docks itself, you immediately see 4 ships currently in. And it doesn't take you too long to see one of the cleaner and more well-presented buildings kind of buttressed against the right-hand side of these cliffs, and kind of furrowing his brow and kind of looking through various documents. You see a dragonborn with black scales and a scar coming up from his left eye over the top of his head, which is kind of like made the left eye like milky. And kind of as you come in, there's like a little bell, ding ding ding, ding. And without looking up, he just says, "Look, I've had a really long day. Can we make this quick, whatever this is?"
Of course. I don't mean to take any more of your time than is necessary. Good sir. Greetings. Ulysses Armstrong. We're seeking passage to Stonehenge.
Okay.
We need passage on a boat. I understand it's customary to speak to the harbour master to secure such a thing.
Well, in a lot of places I suppose we would be doing that, but this place I just got to keep track of who's here and what's going in and what's coming out. You want to get passage, you'd have to speak to the captains of the ship.
Wonderful. Would you happen to know which of these vessels is travelling out and when they're due?
Give me a second.
Of
And he
course.
kind of like starts moving a load of parchments out the way and starts kind of looking up almost like a roster essentially. Okay, so currently in dock, we have got the Reef Sprinter. That's helmed by Kendrick Zorander. You've got Maiden's Call. That's a pretty regular one actually. That one's a little bit different. You have to buy tickets for that one. But to procure that, you'd be looking for Duke Wheatley. You've got Old Salty. That one's a bit more of a freelancer one. That's ran by John Geiger.
Bit of an acquired taste, you might say.
And the only other ship in is the Tide Gorger, but that's a private vessel. I doubt very much you get much luck with that.
Folks with the red suns?
Yeah, I think that's I think that's
I
it.
don't know. What
Crimson Sun, yeah.
Crimson Sun, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they look like serious business.
Yeah, I don't know. They just put, political envoy on their paperwork side of me.
I'll stay out of the way then. Out of my wheelhouse. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great help. I didn't catch your name. Sorry.
It's Jobin.
Jonan.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Ulysses. Yeah, my comrades and I were sellswords coming from one of them. We just finished at the tournament, and yeah, we're seeking, a new adventure. So
That's fine. Didn't ask for your life story, but thank you.
of course, it's more. The more people know who we are, the more people can vouch for where we've been. Should something go wrong.
Getting a weird vibe from you. I don't want to know any more about your business.
It's not so much me. It's more I've
Is
seen
it the one? Is it him?
It could be.
What do you mean?
We do our best to stay out of trouble, but again, as long as people know, of course they came through here, they got on this ship, and there's a paper trail of some sort. I'm more comfortable knowing that should anyone question our story, we have people to vouch for us.
Okay. If
The
anybody
reason-
asks for you, you've been here.
The death Huns, I think people know us as.
It's-
That's your.
I don't like it at all, but it is what it
does
is.
not sound good.
Yeah, I voted for the Forsaken, and they said,
That's pretty cool.
pretty badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what was happening was
He had a tummy hum that said, "Hey, go over to this place and meet your boyfriend."
fair enough.
Yeah.
We just don't want to get done for like tax evasion, so that's why we're trying to make sure.
Again, we're freelance.
He just pulls up various sheets of misplaced papers. Like, do you really think that we deal with taxes here? People pay me gold to dock. I take the gold. I put it away. That's kind of the extent.
I'll
of
take 5 gold and place it down. Say for your trouble. We won't take up any more of your time.
That's better. I like that. Stay away from me. You look like a freak.
Here's one. You're correct. Let's go.
Pulls his arms off.
A freak, you say?
He is yes.
In the sack.
You quite literally look like you're dead.
He is inside.
I see.
Aren't we
You're
all?
you're being factual. That's okay. You're not insulting me. You're just telling me the truth, and that's
Yeah.
all right. I can appreciate that.
We can all relate to that though, right? That feeling where you're dead inside, just trying to make it through the day.
It's
Yeah.
too true.
Yeah,
Too true.
let's go. Please.
Are we leaving?
Yes.
Too real for
Now.
the homie.
Indeed.
Pulls out like a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
You don't know deep.
Now beginning to sweat. It's like, oh no, not again.
Oric's got a book of passable insults. Factual, no, that one's alright. It's because he was just spitting facts.
Yeah, this is
You
right.
look dead. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
am.
being insulted. I'm just spitting facts. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. Bye.
So let's go and try. Fuck, I literally had them all written down and the notes closed.
Maiden's cool.
So you got Reef Sprinter,
Salty Shack.
Maiden's Call,
Old salty.
Old Salty.
Come on.
We got to go on the old salty.
From the dock. Does Old Salty look like it? I think it looks.
So,
Big old.
Glistening.
so Old Salty is a galleon, which is a medium-sized ship. I'd say just make another. Let's make an insight check to get a vibe.
Catch a vibe.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you have advantage because I would assume that either
Everyone's-
already-
That's gonna be a nice, yeah.
There it is.
22.
22. Okay, so just kind of wandering up and down the docks and kind of not getting too close because there's loading and unloading, and there's just more of like a general kind of frivolity that seems to simmer throughout the whole of this town. But the Old Salty, for the most part, looks like people that will not question why you are getting onto their ship, but are a bit dodgy themselves.
Sure.
Do
Do we want to get robbed?
Rob someone.
But just from that, we'd just say with them, they just require a payment of gold. It's got white sails, though they're quite they're cut at like quite a severe angle, like a sharp, almost look like a series of fins. A little bit tattered, and the front of the ship is actually split open, so it looks like a mouth.
That's cool.
That's pretty sick.
The Maiden's Call is another galleon. This one is it is specific. It's almost like a cruise ship.
Like a yacht kind of.
It is
Right.
literally just to transport people to and from the two continents. It's travelled quite a lot, but it is specifically like a people carrier.
Yeah.
It's like you'll get on there, you'll have a really nice time, but if shit goes south, it's on you lot, pretty much. With this one, it's kind of like a dark mahogany wood, but it's got golden inlays kind of stretched across the ship, like fresh, crisp white sails. It does look a bit more like upper crust. Yeah.
And the wave.
The Reef Sprinter. This one is a caravel ship. It's quite small.
I'm familiar with the caravels.
Travelled on a few in my time.
It is. It's a bit smaller than the others, but this is. It would be a lot faster. If I could get you actually another roll, persuasion. Again, if you want to assist.
I'll give you advantage on that.
Natural 20 for a total of 28.
Okay. This ship is actually kind of asking around. Is part of the Revelry.
Oh.
So, whilst it is a lot faster, and again, bit of coin, and they won't really ask too much about your business, but they could be stopped by people that don't take too kindly to them. This one has 3 sets of smaller white and teal striped sails, but have like kind of blood orange like streamers coming off the top of the mast. And then there's the Tidewarder, which is a brigantine,
Yeah.
which is like the biggest.
We're not getting on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like dark wood, literally, and even just from without getting too close and just inspecting the other ships, you can see that whilst, well, you wouldn't know, but there is still quite a few people still manning the ship, kind of taking care of it pretty much.
While we're out there looking, do we see these two come out of the...
Yeah, we'll say between your weird conversation with Jobin and then kind of
Nice guy.
getting a vibe check from all of the ships,
Yeah.
the other two
I kind of
appear.
wave them down.
Yeah.
We've got supplies.
We've got supplies.
I'm surprised you can.
Just booze.
So we kind of have a bevy of options. We have this smaller vessel which seems to be a bit faster, but we may be in for some opportunistic piratey type stuff. We have this one which is kind of a pleasure barge, very nice. The Maiden's Call seems to be the most expensive option. Or we have Old Salty, which is no questions asked, you get on, there may be trouble. I feel like that is we may get robbed. This is a ship goes down, we're the heroes to save the day. Or if this one goes on, pirates. We have 3 potential avenues for a grand time.
I don't see only one option, to be honest.
Old Salty.
No, that one rubs me up the wrong way. For some
I was
particular
really
reason.
liking the sound of that one, to be fair.
We find ourselves in
You want to go on the pleasure bar.
the fortuitous position of
Yeah.
being rather affluent. So why do we not
Yes.
leverage that position? And also, it's
Just points at him. You want to bring him on board that? No offense, but you look like shit still.
why don't we do the classic the trope of maybe he's the hired help.
I, for one, I vote for the pirates.
Oh, it's hard.
I like Old Salty. Let's all get on separate boats. I'll see you there. Fuck you guys.
We're going our own way.
Not to sway your decision at all, but the captain of the Old Salty is he looks basically like Willem Dafoe from Speed 2. So just like scraggly, brownish, oily hair, but just like a wide smile and wild eyes.
I think we go Willem Dafoe from the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
I think either way, that feels like a bad time.
Or a great plan.
Well, let's vote then. I vote Old Salty. Anybody else?
I for one vote for the reef chaser.
We're leaving this down to Ulrich and Owain because I'm not voting for either of those.
So the Reef Chaser was the small ship.
Smaller one, we'll get there a bit faster, and there may be an opportunity to meet some pirating folks.
My only concern is showing up to Stonehaven
in bad
In a
repute.
bad-
banner
vessel.
of Stone,
However-
the banner of pirates.
Conversely, getting there sooner than any other ship, for sake of argument, bigger,
Yeah.
slower ships might be better that we get there before them,
That's a really good point.
rather than following.
I've never sailed before, so I'm quite frightened of being on open water.
Oh,
I'd
fair enough.
rather have as little time on the open sea as possible.
well, if that's the case, then
What
we'll-
about young Owain? The first time ever that I will allow him an opportunity.
Owen
to
agrees.
No, wait, no.
Yeah, alright, let's go on the caravel.
Okay.
Speed.
Yeah,
speed
that sounds
boost.
good. Actually, if it's smaller, it might be more intimate, so it's like it's our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Can we at least get me the
Oh,
best
please,
room?
let's go for. Well, you wanted to.
We're gonna get
You've
some
got
wine.
rosé.
And try and get some snacks. You didn't get any snacks. You got beer.
Yeah?
Although I
Left
haven't
it
eaten.
Yeah,
So,
very fair, yeah.
feeding one less mouth, so
That's true, yeah, okay. We'll get you some ash.
Peanuts.
Because he's on a diet.
Jerky.
Yeah.
I haven't shit.
Hard,
People walking
hard tap. I think
Yeah,
they call it.
yeah,
The
Oh
bread-
yes, you did. Oh, apologies. Yes, we
Yeah.
did forget the tavern didn't have any. I mean, we didn't forget. We asked. They
Yeah,
didn't have any.
there's no food.
No food.
Well,
Just beer.
let's this posh one will have something. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Whilst you're all stood here talking, you just kind of hear just a small amount of commotion from the Tide Gorger, which is the Crimson Legion ship. You see Silas and Durgob kind of like approaching, and like some people like calling over to them and conversing.
Can I make out any of the detail?
Not from this distance.
Where do we need to go for rosé? Is it near to like towards
we
them?
want food, right?
Ah, and rosé.
More. Okay. Oh no, because we didn't get any.
We didn't get any.
I made this
Yeah.
call with the ship. We have to buy it from the ship.
Yeah, you will have to speak
yeah.
to someone.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see
yeah.
if they're willing to relinquish a bottle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Is that ship that has the rosé closer to the Tide Gorger?
It's next to it.
Right, yeah, let's make our way there and see if we can listen in a little bit. I don't know why I didn't do it in my accent.
I
I
don't
have a
know.
real bad feeling that you got about Durgo.
I don't know if we should get that close.
What about if we just like disguise ourselves and listen?
You go.
Okay.
Second thoughts are, what are you?
Sabine finds a discreet alleyway, pops disguise self. It's her, but not a tiefling in red. Just a woman. A human woman. A woman!
Make a stealth check.
Average
Okay,
Joe.
yeah. So yeah, she's going to be looking out, making sure there's no one seeing her do this. And that's a natural 20 plus stealth, yeah? You want stealth? 11.
So,
31.
despite this being a pretty busy place, and there isn't even like the alleyways that you go down. There is either people fucking, or there's people pissing, or there's people shitting.
Beg your pudding.
Or doing all of it at once.
The night to remember.
just full evacuation of all fluids. But you do manage to find a spot that is, although there is someone busy, you find a little kind of bit that's kind of tucked away behind some barrels and some loose crates, and kind of wait for people to go past, wait a beat, and then
Sick. Nice. Probably in like a relatively well-to-do garment of some sort as well.
Mhm.
And then wander over to the ship with the wine, all the while trying to listen in, see what's going on the Tide Gorger.
Cool. Okay. So, just look. Okay. Yeah. So. It is on the same dock, so you've just got a main stretch of dock, and then you've got the Tide Gorger, and then you've got the Maiden's Call. As you're coming up, make a perception check.
Ooh. 18 plus 9, so numbers.
As you're kind of making your way up along the side of the Maiden's Call, because there is a queue to get into it.
Exclusive. Is there a queue for our ship? There's no queue to come off.
You kind of play aloof and listen out. You can see Silas and Durgob to a lesser extent communicating with quite broad-chested Crimson Legion person of quite high stature, you would assume. Kind of short hair, short black hair, but it's like gelled straight back. A little bit of stubble, but not a tremendous amount. Helmet under his arm, and he just seems to be questioning him. Just kind of saying, so let me get this straight. You were jumped by something, and no survivors, just the two of you. And Silas, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I didn't know what was happening. I even had to use my scroll to make a dome over myself. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad that this big guy was here. And he kind of like slaps his chest, but like kind of accidentally rubs the nipple. And the Crimson Legion turns his attention to Durgob and kind of gets like right into his face. He's a little bit shorter, but looks him dead in the eyes like, "Is this true?" And Durgob's just, yeah, that's what Silas said is right.
Can I, from this distance, insight check the Crimson Legion guy, see if he buys it?
Long range.
Long range insight. This bitch.
Sure.
Okay.
Because you, from where you are, you can't see Silas's face or Durgob's face.
So that's insight 17.
17.
That face, that smile, that damn smile.
You can tell that there's certainly a hint of that doesn't sound right, but currently he has no reason. Doesn't seem to, like, he's on the fence.
Okay.
Is the easiest way of putting it.
Cool. Alright. Do they end up boarding and kind of getting on, just kind of chilled, or?
Certainly not chilled from the sound of it.
No.
What, boarding?
Going onto the ship and like.
Well, so there's a few soldiers that have gone into town. So I'd say about a group of 10 after he's kind of said some stuff to them.
Okay.
But no attention has been, like, he's not looked at you at any point.
Okay.
And then they start to get on the ship.
Okay. Sounds like it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Try and get some rosé.
Cool.
Go on to it.
Yeah.
As you eventually get to the, almost like a ticket stand, there's a guy kind of stood with like a frilly, like white cloth,
Cravat,
like
kind
cravat sort of thing, royal blue garments, like a tailcoat, and quite a strong chin, but it just kind of addresses you like, hello there, madame.
Thank you so much. You're so kind.
It is a pleasure to see you this day. Do you have your ticket with you, or are we purchasing today?
I'm actually looking to get some supplies off of you, if I'm being totally honest. Me and some friends are looking to have a little party in town, and we need some good quality rosé wine. And I, having been on here before, know how good it is, so I'd love to purchase some to take away.
I'm sorry. What a party in town?
Look,
The filth?
look, I'm gonna level with you, okay? It's kind of my thing. I do it on the side. It's a kink. Don't kink shame me. I'll be on
We've
board
been
again,
there.
traveling back at some
We
point.
have
But just
all been there. Trust me.
it's why we dock here, right? Come on, you know how it goes. So
You gotta rub with the rough every now and again.
Good
am I right?
Lord.
So I'm just looking for some of the best rosé that I know you have on board, just to take things to the next level.
Push it to the moon.
Make a persuasion check.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that ain't hot. That's a 10. That's a really shit fucking roll.
It kind of looks at you. I fully understand the life of a upper crust. Always looking for a new.
Can I approach? Like, darling, did you secure the? Hello.
This is what I was talking about.
And,
Hello.
I kind of wave my golden locks around and kind
Rubs
of
his
give him
armour just a little bit.
It's like,
This is the rough.
Oh no, he's just part of the action.
Fuck yeah.
The narrative deepens.
Oh, it's gonna get deep. Don't worry. Aye.
is your new friend joining us?
I haven't asked him yet. Are you?
On duty.
When do
Unfortunately.
you get off duty?
Sabine fucking just bites her thumb.
Well, unfortunately, we set sail today, but we will be back in about 20 days. So, I mean, if you're still here,
We're still
Well,
rotting at it,
We're,
right?
I'll have
we're
leave.
in and out all the time.
Look,
You can make another persuasion, but this will be at a DC of 20.
okay. Oi. Say fucking roll. 3 plus 7.
Quinn also knows
I'll say you can make it an advantage because you are helping, but it's still the higher DC.
Okay. No, it's 14. Altogether it's 11.
Right, Rosa, for you boys.
Well, that's
Terribly
simple.
sorry. Oh.
Oh,
Is that the blood again?
yes.
We should probably go.
I'm
Rub it on the
terribly,
top.
terribly sorry, but if the captain was to know that a bottle of 1934 Chateau Cheval Blanc Saint
Google some
Emilion
wine.
were to go missing,
If we were to purchase a ticket to get onto the boat and then buy the wine and then leave with it, would that be okay?
well, I mean, most of the wine is just included in the price.
So
of
how
the
much is the ticket?
Ticket's 200 gold.
Joy Poloi.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
But you
Okay.
could just
Darling,
grab a
darling.
bottle and head off, I suppose.
How many could we leave with?
Just the one.
It's not worth it.
200
200
gold.
gold.
It's not worth it.
150. We're not seeking passage, we just want. Is that important?
No, 150 gold. Bloody hell,
The
what?
No.
ticket price is final, I'm afraid.
Oh, but we're not interested in. We've got another boat. A better
Darling,
boat
look,
than yours.
let's just
so
go
you can
back.
stick your fucking bottle.
I'm so sorry. Darling, come on, let's
Not
go.
even that attractive. What are you doing?
You gotta get it rough and smooth. Yeah, we go back to the boat.
It's
Yeah.
expensive. It's £900 a bottle.
Damn.
No luck on the wine. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
We really tried. Like,
10
really.
days.
You were great back there.
Well, thank you.
You should lie more often. It suits you.
I try not to. Force of good and all that. But it's fun to trick people into thinking you're interested in them to get what you want.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, seems fine.
Okay. Well, look, you've still. I assume you have change.
Yes.
Why don't you grab some less wonderful wine from
The jerky and so on.
Oh yes, and we need food.
The
Yeah.
dried meats.
Cool.
Yeah.
We go do that.
And I'll
Dried
secure
meats.
passage on the. Are we set on the? Yeah, I mean, it's 200 gold a ticket. Yeah. That's,
Excuse me.
Yeah, if you want to go on the pleasure boat, it's a lot of.
It's
Oh,
a lot of
also,
money.
sorry everybody. Hushed voices. Gather around the mic.
Not you, Durgob. Not you, Owain.
I don't think they're really buying enough Durgon. What happened? So I think we're right taking the fast.
Yes, let's make
and I'm
case.
thinking of worst case, if they do get there, they're sure to bump into that creature, surely. We created enough of a stir that it may lead it
Oh,
in
as
that
in
direction.
to incorporate our story. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sure we'll be fine.
But yeah, I
Just a
don't
bit of an edge, aren't they?
I don't know if he's super safe, but by the looks of things, Silas did his bit. So
He is a good.
he seemed
Good
to,
guy.
Yeah.
Bit of a dry lunch, but otherwise a decent sort.
Well,
Well, if all your men go missing or die, any good commander's going to be a bit suspicious of that, right?
Fair.
He's only doing his due diligence.
with his other half of his men were getting drunk in the local tavern.
It was awful.
He did
They
look
were really
less to care about.
Terrible behaviour.
Right. Well,
Supplies.
Food and wine.
yes.
Yes.
I'll have a chat with the
Reef Sprinter.
sprinter. That's a chasing.
So you go to get your food. I would say you are looking at, let's just call it 5 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the wine, we'll go with 10 gold.
Okay.
And as you are picking up your food, you see what looks now to be about 25 Crimson Legion now riding out of town. Some of them looking a little bit worse for wear.
Do I just?
What if they
Or did-
bump into that?
So as you come
monster?
out of like the like general goods store, you just see them all starting to like ride out.
Cool.
Is that the rift?
Speed racing.
Ah.
It's basically what he said.
Yeah.
Sabine shares that with the group that they're going out to check on
The junkies.
what happened. The drunk. Yeah.
Some of them, though, perhaps we'll have a plan and stuff.
Yeah.
But the sooner we leave, the better. And
Yeah.
Yes, with
Um,
expedited travel,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Yep.
And as you head to the ship, having already kind of spoken around a little bit, you get onto the boat itself, and you are met by Kendrick Zorander.
It's Captain Zorander, I presume.
Ah, yes. Hello there.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ulysses Armstrong of the Forsaken.
Ah,
Are we changing names, are we?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't remember the Forsaken, but the
Death
Death
Hums?
Hums?
Yes. Yeah.
I saw you guys fight.
We did our utmost. Our friend here narrowly made it out.
What are we doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, I thought you were dead.
yeah.
You looked dead.
Yeah.
More or less was for a while.
We have a good healer.
Yeah.
He's nifty. Yeah.
Ah, it's always good to have one of those guys around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not great at the old cosmetics, but you know.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Got
the
him-
attraction, but yeah.
Got him back up, which is the main thing. He can still swing an axe.
Well, it's a mall now. But
A
yeah.
ball, yeah, absolutely.
So high fade, slightly kind of frizzy, like curled back hair, but it's actually somewhat bleached a little bit from the sun, so it almost looks like frosted tips, but more of like
Is he
a,
a fuckboy?
but more of like a
like an ombre kind of.
yeah, very much so. Kind of a blood red long just overcoat,
Cool.
but with a slightly darker, almost like mauve open shirt. You can just see like there's various like scars
Dig it.
and like there's a bullet or what looks like a hole just below the collarbone, and just like a little bit of a stubbly goatee.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So I've been told by some of my men that you are aware of our business, our dealings.
Yeah, and no judgment from us. In fact, it suits our means quite well. We're looking for a bit of fast travel to the other continent, and we understand this may be the best way, shy of working with that, pointing at the other captain, the Willem Dafoe looking motherfucker. So avoiding the likes of him.
Oh.
You guys seem.
Oh, you were considering Old Salty?
I wasn't. A colleague of mine, certainly. But,
Let's just say that they probably would have got you there, but you would have left with a venereal disease of some sort.
Sounds
I
great.
mean, I've had them all.
I don't doubt.
yes.
Well, we will certainly get you that quick. I have yet to see a ship that can outrun us. But with your being capable people, I would merely ask for 50 gold per person.
We can manage that.
That is just to cover for any costs that you take up just from food, drink.
We have our own. We're bringing some ale.
BYOB.
So we'd be happy to.
Okay. Well, let's call that just 50 for how many? 200 gold for the 5 of you.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Perfect.
No, kind of hand in the bag of holding. Think 200 gold, and then it's just in a little pile in his hand.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure, and he kind of like puts his hands behind his back and pulls out a small bag and just
And then I'll,
just
like,
pop
kind
it
of
in there. That's fine. Okay. Well, try to keep out of our way. Hopefully, we do not run into.
You won't even know we're here unless you need us. In which case, we'll be there in a flash.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I hit things.
The
it's
two of
fine.
us love a fight. We've got the skinny one. Is bookish, knows his stuff, but is try not. Don't worry about him.
Do you have a guest room?
No, but there is always the captain's quarters.
What has this lesson turned into?
Big
Actually, Quinn is well naive, so he's like, okay, that would be lovely, yes.
Sounds good. I'll see you there tonight. And just so you're
He's
aware,
going to be so sorely fucking disappointed.
just so you're aware, there is nothing wrong with being intelligent. That is possibly one of the greater assets of a person. How well you can think determines how well you can act in battle.
Precisely,
This is the
kind
trouble: is he doesn't act in battle. He sits at the back and watches. Although he's got some remarkable skill with time stuff. I don't understand it, but he's very skilled.
Oh, you dabble in chronomancy? I think that's what it's called.
Well, yes, this trip's actually, and I tend to, this is actually turning out rather well, actually, so yes, I do, and I'm sure this evening will be rather delightful to spend a little bit of time
Okay.
chatting about the finer things in life. From a captain, no less, so no, that would be I know. I do a lot in battle, actually. They just don't seem to appreciate it.
That's okay.
I appreciate you, mate.
This is
You've saved my ass.
This is Owain. He's try not to keep eye contact for too long.
It's not easy on the eyes, that one.
No.
Worse than that.
And this is Sabine.
Close.
This is Sabine, remarkably capable.
And just takes your hand and kisses it. It's like, with pleasure.
She blushes.
I can't tell because you're red skin.
Yeah, that happens.
Well, I feel like we've done our introductions. As I say, I am Kendrick Zollander, Captain Zollander. Pleasure to have you aboard the Reef Sprinter. We should be able to get you across the ocean. I'd say probably in about a week.
Ah,
Should be
perfect.
doable.
That sounds great.
I like
Providing
that.
nothing comes up, but hey, that's sailing for you. Well, unless you've got anything that you need to do, we were kind of just killing time, but since you're paying us,
Yeah, let's go. Wait, is it just us on board?
well,
As your
it's
guests?
my crew,
And your crew?
yeah.
Oh, fuck. Are we having a party tonight?
Hey,
We bought
I mean-
beer.
hey,
Everybody's pissed and no one knows how to do the sails.
Ships on the rocks. Yeah. Crimson Legion pass like that.
Glad I'm not on that shit.
and as they start preparing to set sail, we will end the session there. As you're now leaving the continent, you do get to level up.
Oh shit! Damn, guys, oh no, he doesn't get to do it.
He actually goes down,
Down a
a level.
level.
Yeah, it seems fair.
Got it. Bro.
Only we can go from like how to, disestablish the geopolitical power in this continent to like who's having a threesome.
I'm a party boat.
Oh dear.
Stunning.
Zoran is a boy.
Do you want us to roll
Who fucks?
roll levels on
Yeah,
this?
yeah, you can roll.
Do it now?
You can roll your hit points
Okay,
now.
Cool.
I have to do my speed rolling.
Character levels, baby.
So you, Tim, have a decision to make of whether you go carry on with Barbarian or if you take a level in something else.
Oh dang!
Warlock, sorcerer, or like you could become like a zealot.
Interesting.
There's options. There's a ton of options.
Look at that now.
So yeah, this would be if you remain a Barbarian. This is what your HP would be. Because I think it's different if you're
like
a
more
Warlock or
best.
something.
Okay, I won't do it then. Just yet.
6.
Nice!
Before
Jesus!
Quinn needs him, man. He's not messing around.
I also got
Before I
6.
do my level up.
Mm.
I was going to have a look at the other oaths and see if anything fits better than glory with my what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And if possible, could I change my oath as I level up?
Yeah, we just have to look
Looking
into
into
like if you
a path
move
to-
the whole thing over or if it's just from this level or whatever it is. But yeah.
2 attacks per action's back, baby.
So you took a level in fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you roll?
6.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, that's it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I can't be other things in my Christmas too late.
We will find a workaround.
Alright.
Life finds a way.
Oh, improved divine smite. You are so suffused with righteous might that all of your melee strikes carry divine power with them. Whenever you hit a creature with a melee weapon, the creature takes an additional 1d8.
God damn!
Motherfucking paladins!
I'm only one off the charisma requirement. Not bad.
We'll just find a narrative way of somehow bumping you up.
Well, yeah, they could make me more charismatic.
I'll think of something.
Yeah, think of something.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Fuck.
Right. Well, we'll roll the rest of it. You've got your magical item descriptor.
Yep.
I've got the other one for now.
You've got all of the
other
shield
ones,
and the
yeah,
potions. Cool. Lovely stuff. You're finally on the way.
On my way.
That is almost actually everything that I had planned.
No way. Did we get through all the stuff?
Almost, yeah. Yeah.
I'm so proud of us.
Well done. Well done,
I
team.
thought I'd see the day.
So when it's holding us back, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is a bit more streamlined when you lose a player.
Yeah, true.
Perfect. Right. Well, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back with the next session. And feel free to check us out on the various social medias, Instagram, Twitter. Head on over to the YouTubes, the Spotify's, the little cast, Breakercast, all those other
Thickcast.
Thickcast,
Wobblecast.
Fig Sound,
Thickcast.
Yeah.
Thick sound.
Thick sound.
Get you some fig rolls, alright?
and then also check out Thinking Critically if that is your cup of tea.
Cool.
Yeah, we will see
It's a
you.
great cup of tea.
Aw.
We will see you all in the next session.
Bye.
Bye.